Hey, welcome, everybody. Welcome to Evolutionary Media, aka Evolutionary Brooklyn. Tonight we here with my man and myself, man. Listen, man, I'm excited, fellas. I'm gonna tell y'all, man. I'm gonna tell y'all right now, I'm excited. You see, I'm sort of thrown off because I'm so excited coming in, man. And you know what I'm saying? I know we was talking in the back, but I want to get right into it, man. Y'all want to do a check-in, man? Okay, so my word is excitement. I'm excited. I'm excited about everything going on in my life, man. So with that, I'm in.
Hey man, listen, my word is possibilities. Yes, I'm gonna stand on that. There's a lot of possibilities. I just gotta move forward and take the chance and the choice to take the chance and make them possibilities come through. I'm there.
So elevate. Go, Evo, put the pies back up. In your possibilities, what would that fall under?
That will fall under the emotional and spiritual.
Okay. I was thinking more intelligence.
Well, no, I already have intelligence to know that it's my choice and my chance. So I just know to move to the E. You know what I mean? I'm past the I already. I know I have the intelligence to make it happen. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
It's just making that choice to say, well, listen, emotionally, stop being scared. It's possibility. Spiritually, it's gonna happen. You know, keep doing
it, man. Yeah. What's up, my man? Just D, man. How you feeling, man? I see you cruising on the road, man. Be careful out there, man. Pay attention to all stop signs, stop lights, pedestrians, everybody, man. Motorcycle drivers, get there safe, my brother. I like your chain too, man.
Thanks. Nah, I'm not just realizing it, but it just anything's possible. That's my intelligence, my intellectual, and my spiritual feeling today. So there's a lot of stuff. This week was like real hard, so a lot of stuff came through. I just sat back, meditated, and prayed on it, and everything turned out right.
Salute, man, for sure. That's good, man.
Man, I'm drained.
Carl, what does that mean, man?
I'm just drained. I just came back from Costco's, man.
You tired?
No, just drained in the sense that took a lot out of me. But,
okay.
The job is not just getting the stuff. It's put it in the car, unpack it in the house, Work never done.
Somebody say that's why you need a woman, Carl.
Yeah. But Carl, here's the crazy part.
Hold on, Coach. I'm going to address this.
Okay.
A woman can't do what I do best.
Well, y'all had to figure that out between the both of y'all.
7 cases of water. I've never seen a woman carry 7 cases of water.
No, she's gonna put it up for you. She's gonna put it away. You bring it in the house, she put it away.
Stop crying, Carl. Stop crying, brother. Stop crying, brother. Stop crying.
7 cases of water.
Crying,
man. Dead serious.
Hey, Carl, stop crying, man.
I do that in one trip, bro.
That's what I just did. I always get 7 cases.
Get your old and young self to make it happen.
I better get you one of them carts.
Listen, fellas, man, I just want to ask this question, man. And we've been chopping it up for a few weeks now, and we have our opinions and our thoughts and our subjugations about the topics and everything. But I want to use a word called vulnerable, right? And just ask you guys this question, and just you don't have to go into detail. Just give the age and what transpired. Okay, so here's the question, right? And it has to do with a woman. So
shit.
See, that's why I like this question for you, Carl, because you can go first. So in all of your dating life, from the time you was in the 5th grade, 3rd grade, whatever grade you was in, has any woman ever broke your heart?
Hell yeah.
Of course.
Okay, Carl, that was easy for you, Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that doesn't mean that it was permanent or, No. Listen. Listen. Broken heart is one thing. But I learned that you make it temporary. You don't have to dwell on it. It doesn't have to change your perception. It doesn't have to change you and your character or how you deal with women or none of that. You just nod your head and just move on. At the time, you didn't see that, but later on, you do.
Just D, you want to respond?
Yeah, I said yeah for me a couple of times.
Ooh, okay.
So I
What
mean,
age
it
were
just
you in?
I said my first one.
Dang,
My
you
first one,
froze up.
she passed away from cancer.
Oh,
You hear me now?
repeat that. Yeah, you froze for a second.
That's
You
it.
said the first one passed that from cancer.
Yeah, she passed away from
Oh,
cancer.
okay. What
I
age
said my
was you?
second one was she recently passed away. Like I would say about
No,
2 or 3 years
what
ago.
age? Okay, yeah. I'm saying what was your age? So okay, so pretty recent.
So
Okay, I can
I had
understand.
with her when we broke up. She we was like in our early 30s,
Okay.
and
Okay.
I said yeah,
So,
like we broke up because it was just like our schedules wasn't matching, but we always
right,
remained like the best of friends, and she was always there for
right.
me.
Okay.
But it was just
So
like, but she pulled me aside and told me she had cancer. It was like, all right,
okay. Yeah.
how much time you got left, this and the other. And by the time she found out, she already had stage 4. So
Okay. But
it's like we chilled out as much as we possibly could until it was the end. So
but okay, that's a unique situation though. But you did mention that it happened a few times before. What was the earliest age it happened to you, or you felt that like, oh man, my heart is
Oh
broke.
the
shit!
earliest age,
Yeah, what was
I would
age?
have to say, damn, I'll say my earliest age. It didn't like I said, it didn't happen until like all that stuff didn't happen until I really understood it. Was like my late 20s, early 30s.
Okay,
Okay.
okay, and then it happened the second time after that.
Yeah,
Okay. Now the woman that passed away, that's very unfortunate, and I can feel your pain on that. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying?
I
So
chilled out.
yeah,
I didn't date for like a good 2 years.
yeah, okay,
That's about
So I
but
right.
chilled out.
that's good, man. You took some time, Now your head is clear.
Yeah.
So all right, elevated man, what you think, man?
Sorry,
What you got, man?
elevator. Let me add this real quick. Shout out to Michelle Patterson for breaking my heart back in 5th grade, and I took the best ass whipping from my mother for Michelle Patterson.
Okay, Carl. What that was fifth grade, Carl?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Dang. What about high school?
I snuck in my mother's jewelry box and gave Michelle a ring, not
All right.
knowing. Yeah, her mother, she snitched me out. Mom came to the door and told my mom, and the ring happened to be the same wedding ring that my father and mother had. So never mind.
Oh
It's all right.
damn.
Yeah. She had you
That's my,
sprung. Anytime after that, you had any incidents after that, Carl?
She had him doing criminal
nah,
activities at an
nah,
early age.
nah.
So you ain't had no woman break your heart since fifth
I
grade?
mean,
Come on,
like
Carl, man. Be honest.
no, it's just like Just D. My fiance passed away, but like I said, I don't look at it as a heartbreak because I can't control it.
No,
It's
yeah,
not, it was designed. So I
yeah.
mean, I'm
No,
not gonna
Carl.
look at it as a
I'm
heartbreak, but
talking about from the
you
fifth
know,
grade, to this past woman you just spoke about. There has been no other woman in your 20s, 30s, 40s that ever had you crying in the pillow.
oh no,
Okay,
no. Mm-mm.
okay. All right, elevated brother.
I'm
You
the
want to
only
respond?
child, so you kind of learn this shit when you're the only
I'm an
child,
only
bro.
child too, but it depends on your situation.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah, it depends.
She had Carl committing crimes at an early age.
Exactly.
and that was the last time too.
And that's why he
hey,
became an officer. He like,
hey, no,
That
oh.
was
she had him
I
committing
would no longer
crackhead.
do wrong. Oh my God.
exactly,
Dog,
exactly.
she had him committing crackhead crimes at an early age, stealing from his family.
Stealing
yo,
from your own mama.
It was your own
yo,
mama, man, for that fix. But
yo.
on a serious note, though, Coach, I gotta ask you, does your mother count?
uh, Okay, let's throw that in there because that would be a different little nugget. Let's throw that in there. Yes, that could
So that's
count.
the first one. That's the first woman.
A parent. Let's say a parent. Let's say a
Yeah.
parent.
Ooh.
We ain't got to keep it to a mother. Let's say a parent.
Well, he said
Okay.
woman.
No,
That's why. Yeah, he said
yeah,
woman. That's why I said that.
yeah, yeah.
He said
I could
woman.
Okay.
That's
say
why I said that.
I could say mom for whipping my ass and stealing my
Oh
first
no,
Uh,
Carl,
paycheck.
man, get over it,
Nah,
man. The girl,
nah, man.
you should have been mad at the
You
girl.
earned that ass whooping.
You sure
yeah.
did.
You earned that. You earned that
So
ass whooping.
No,
if
no, no.
we keeping it to we can do parent slash woman. I'm saying mother.
Okay,
But relationship wise, yeah. My first girlfriend in the military, man. I
okay,
think yeah. I think literally. I think and I put a lot. I guess I got caught off guard.
yeah, yeah,
I ball for that one. I
okay,
ball. Yeah, it's caught. Yeah. Nah, she got we met in boot camp. Went to core school. Went to medical school. I
mm,
graduated before her. Went on with my field medical training. Started training and all that. Then we end up at the same place, and she asked me to
wow,
take her home to New York from Virginia to get some stuff because she was moving out. And when I picked her up from the airport and I took her all the way from Virginia to New York, I was introduced to her fiance.
what?
Ooh,
No,
whoa, that
Woo,
hurts. I felt
Yep,
that.
yep. So
woo.
Damn.
I saw the ring, but the way she had it on, she had it turned around on a different finger, so it didn't look like it was every time I saw her. Yeah. So I
Nah,
didn't,
bro.
yeah. So I
Yo,
was
you.
young. I was
she
young,
played
man.
that song. It wasn't me,
How old were
right?
you, elevated? How old were you? What was your age?
I had just joined the military, so around 24, 23, 24.
Damn.
Damn.
Yeah, okay.
I
Damn.
think that shaped how I dealt with a lot of and that ran right into my little shotgun marriages, relationships, and shit like that.
Oh,
You
okay,
was
cool.
scarred, brother.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
was
yeah,
scarred.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
Damn.
Shoot.
You cried on the first day of military. That's some shit.
Yeah,
I'm there. I'm
from
telling you, bro. I sat outside that hotel room and bawled. She came outside and apologized. And it's funny because I still took her back to the base and dropped her off, moved her in. I still did the manly thing, and
What
everything.
What?
manly thing?
Yeah.
What?
What
Ain't
manly
no
thing? The
manly
manly
thing.
thing would be like,
I ain't gonna
bitch.
hold, no, I ain't gonna hold you. I'm not gonna hold you, bro.
it's
We
funny
were
now,
already in
but
New York. We were already
No,
there.
yeah,
nah, bro.
Ain't no
yeah.
What
manly
I
thing
expect us to
after
I'd
go
have,
that. I'm
drive all the
sorry.
way back from nowhere? Nah, she gonna sit
I'd have
there and
left
drive
that ass
back with
right
me.
where she at.
Nah, she gonna
Exactly.
ride back with me and hear this. We gonna have this conversation.
No,
No, we
this
not.
conversation.
What
The
conversation?
conversation already
Bro,
had.
I'm telling you, I was young. We can say that
I
Listen,
don't
now.
care. You're
listen.
fired.
Nah. You're done. Party done.
You can say it now. Y'all say that now, but in that moment, when being young,
Nah. The
Nah,
basement party
nah.
done.
but
I'm just
yeah,
saying.
The bashment done. No.
Watchmen done.
Mm-mm.
Yes,
Yeah,
No.
elevated. I
yes,
don't
sir.
know. You must not have no big cousins or nobody giving you no game at
No, we
all.
had that. We had that
Nah,
convo.
man.
We
No,
talked about that. We was
listen,
young.
listen. What I'm saying is, you
Mm-mm.
24, and listen, we just playing on life because I'm gonna give y'all my
Mhm.
incident. Y'all gonna trip out when I tell y'all my story. But see,
Man,
we grown past it. We grown, matured from it. That's why it's a part of our life and our little puzzle to our story. So I think it's always unique. And I don't hope you know nobody be in their feelings because I'm gonna tell mine silly. But the way you did, you was green, you was green, you was straight
Way
green,
green.
right? And and this is where I think it sort of jaded you when you came to light. The fact that you participated in taking a woman that you was interested in. You went out of your way hundreds of miles. You dedicated time. You was probably the word that they use today, simping her out. You was simping. You know what I'm saying? And then she didn't even have the gall to even say, "Hey, you know what? I am engaged." She let you get there. Then her man, he's a sucker. They probably ain't even together no more because he was like, "Yeah, get a ride back."
Exactly.
But still, if I'd have been your friend though at that time, I was already schooled. I'd be like, "Man, let's go. We out of here."
Hmm.
We out of here. You'd have been over, but I'd be
Yeah.
like, "Man, I'll drive." You get on over and cry. And I wouldn't have told nobody when we got back. I'd have been like, "Man, you go get over it." I'd have got you some pussy and be like, "Nigga, it's on." You'd be like, "Man, we ain't letting nobody get away with nothing."
Exactly.
But
See that?
see how it's a hell of an experience to sort of
Mm-hmm.
learn from going all of our story. So let me tell y'all my story. It's stupid. Okay, so when I was like 14, the girl came to me. You know, I was like 14, 15. She's like, don't go to school the next day. This is how it started. It's like, what you mean? She's like, I'm coming over. So our parents went to work early, so she came over that morning. So it was on. We was doing too much. And then we went on to school late, blah, blah, blah. Then by the 10th grade, we was missing every Wednesday to participate, cutting school every Wednesday, going over our cousin's house. We cooking breakfast, walking around like we was grown over. And then about 16, 17, you know, I was playing sports. And it happened when I went to college. I went away to college. I was in college doing my thing. I came home. I see that she was moving around a little bit. I was like, oh, man. And one day, I don't know what it was, man. My mother seen me. My mother seen me react some kind of way. And my mother came out there. She was talking crazy to me. She was cussing me out about the girl. She wasn't cussing me out. She was like, yeah, let no love me. I'm like, but mama, I love her. She motherfucking, you don't love her. So,
You
but
know, when you did
and
that, I'm
she
like,
said, you better not cry. Okay. She said, nigga, and, you know, my mother, she was cool as hell, but when she was talking in real life, she got real gangster. She's like, let me tell you a little motherfucking man, something. You a damn da-da-da. You don't let no woman control you. You move. If she ain't keeping up with you, you let her go. Da-da-da. Okay. And then after that, it was
folks,
over.
don't ever do that again, all right?
I came into adulthood, man, it was over. I was like, yeah, like 19 at one, and then we sort of broke up. After, you know what I'm saying, right when after going into my second year of college, it was over after that.
Mm.
It was over. I've been, this is my second marriage, man. And the first marriage, I wasn't ready. I was in the military and I was down in Texas and I was doing too much. I wasn't ready. I shouldn't even get married to the woman that I did. I shouldn't have got married. I shouldn't. I wasn't ready. But then being single, the years I was single, I wasn't having no problems, man. I said the moment I meet down, she gonna have to be everything on my little list of things. And I ain't really have no written list. It was like, okay, here's specifics that I need. She came with that. It was on. It's been on ever since, man. 12 years, coming up on the 19. And man, listen, I would never be single again. She leave me, she going to the basement. She can't move out.
Can I
And
interject with something real quick though? Because it just dawned on me when you said about the question. It has to do with training. How many of us had training from men around us prior to meeting girls and interacting and all of that? So this way, they kind of pre-warn us as to what to be careful of or how to handle situations. Like our father or uncle or some
mhm,
type of male role model.
Okay. Well, I get that, but at the same time, you gotta remember at our age, do we really want to listen? As long as they were that female's in your ear the right way, and she was talking to you the right way and touching you the right way, man. What anybody else say didn't matter to you at that moment.
Oh, yes, it did. Yes, it did. Because
mhm.
everything my dad taught me always resonated in my head growing up because he was the first man to teach me what to look at, what to be careful of. Come on. He was dealing with a woman prior to me being born. He was married to my mother for 30 something years. So come on. I gotta listen to somebody who's already doing it.
Yeah, yeah, Carl. But you know, I your experience and my experience was different, right?
It's gonna be
You know what I'm
different.
saying? Coming up with a father, you see the benefits of that. You live in the
Right.
benefits of it. You know what I'm saying?
Hmm.
A lot of our peers, and a lot of people, especially 10, 15 years younger than us, they never really seen that.
That
They don't know what it's like to have good
that's why I
uncles in the
brought it up
family. So
because that can play a factor as well. That's why I'm bringing it up like that.
yeah, that would be considered one of those factors that sort of prevent the full development emotionally and
Major factor.
physically.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hmm.
so you know the father is very important. That's why I was saying, man, even in that vulnerability, you know, we had those connections. You know what I'm saying? I
Yep.
don't know how many other y'all had grew up with the mother and father in the house, You know what I'm saying? Just seeing that dynamic. Because I thought my parents was cool, yeah, as far as being married. My father
Hmm.
worked, my mother worked too, but everybody contributed. All of us, it was 7 children. All the kids worked around the house. Didn't nobody get to sit around and have a dirty room. You nigga, you gonna wash a wall or baseboard, cut the grass. You everybody had a
You
job.
responsible. You responsible for something.
Yes,
Saturday mornings.
yes.
Yo, I gotta ask something to make light of it. Did your mother ever woke you up out of bed, told you to make the bed up, then you can go back to sleep?
No, she said you better not lay on
No,
that bed
That was the most.
after 7 a.m. and you don't get on that bed before 8 o'clock when it's bedtime.
dang, for real. How are
Listen,
you?
See, that was.
or go into her living room with where the couches and everything was made properly for guests to look at.
Yeah.
Don't sit on that couch.
Oh, so you
Listen.
wait a minute. So
Yeah,
you had prior military experience before the military.
Mhm.
yes.
That's what it
But
sounds like.
but that was always a legendary thing for the time of the six. I say between the 80s and going back to the, you know what I'm saying, since post slavery,
Hmm.
the living room in the house, that
No.
was a sacred area.
Especially the one
Yeah,
with the plastic on
yeah,
it. Don't move that
Every
plastic
kid
off.
knew not
You
to
couldn't wear
go
your
into
shoes
that
in there.
space and hang out.
Yeah.
You couldn't
yeah.
even walk through there if you had another door, like, go
You better
around.
walk around.
You know, and yeah, man, that's I don't know, man. We gonna get those times back, y'all think, man?
What you know what's funny? It's funny since we went into that. I got a question for that man because I don't know if y'all been. I know we're friends on IG. I put a post up on IG and I've been getting buried in it. It
Mm,
says and the one I put up it says black people always fall in line for everything but sticking together.
Yeah, because it's cheaper.
And I've been getting, but so I've been getting the majority of saying they're agreeing with me and everything like that. But if y'all take a look at my page, but a lot of people are saying, got mixed emotions basically. So what y'all think about that? Because you saying about that same time frame is about when everything shifted. So are we?
mm,
How can we get that back if we are
You're
we,
not
we
mm.
going to get
jumping
it
on every
back.
trend?
You're
Because
not
we
going to get
jump
it
on every
back.
trend. We jump on every trend. Music, dancing, but sticking together. That's what my post said.
Yo, get over it. It's not coming back.
Mm.
It's cheaper. It's cheaper to not be together.
Hmm?
It's convenient, cheaper, and easier for most people not sticking together.
Is it
Yeah,
because
look,
they can't? Is it because they can't afford? So you're saying we can't afford to stick together? Is that what you're saying?
It's not we can't
No,
afford it.
it's cheap. It's
We're,
just it's just cheaper. I see where Carl coming from. It is cheaper
yeah.
not to be together, but it also hurts us not to be together.
but,
Hmm.
but hold on. Both of those answers go together. It's probably a few more. Yes, it's it's cheaper according to the dynamic outside of us. Yes, we
Well,
don't.
I
But
was
see,
saying that it's cheaper to the person that doesn't have
mm,
knowledge
no, it's not
of
cheaper.
unity.
No, it's not cheaper. The
I know
lack of
that.
unity, makes it makes our value less. We have less value as without the unity. We have it.
Mhm.
The world knows this. They play on it. That's why they give us the ratchetness. Some people like it, some people don't like it. That's why they give you the half nakedness. Some people like it, some people don't like it. It's already a
Now,
divide right there. You already
now,
got
if
a
you
divide in how the parents are able to engage with children across the board. It's already a divide. It's been a divide since civil rights. Since we took welfare, it's always been pushed as a divide. However,
A
even but
woman would rather bust her ass
but
and
she's been
say,
programmed to do that. She's
but
been
listen to
programmed.
what I'm saying. When I said about it's cheaper, mentally, it may be to some people that it's cheaper to be single, right? And it's cheaper to not be unified with anything or anybody. But it's costing you more money. You just haven't recognized that. You rather pay $1,200 in rent by yourself than get a man that's going to pay the 1,200 and you don't have to pay all of it by yourself. See, it's a logic and it's an illogic.
But is that the majority though?
Of course, it's the majority.
Majority of who, Carl? Men do it too.
I'm not
Men do it
talking about
too.
dollar store niggas still living off of women.
No,
I'm
no,
not
no, no,
talking
no,
about
no.
that.
No,
No, no.
nobody's saying that. Men as a
Right.
whole, we do it also for ourselves, but we do it for we want because basically we want peace.
Okay. Yeah.
We have the option to do it for ourselves because we have the option to decide when we get married. A man could be 60, 70 years old, get married with no issue. A woman don't have the same opportunity that men have.
Okay, but
Yes and no.
what does that have to do with unity outside of the relationship?
Again, you're 60, you're 70, you're 50, you're 40. You can unify anytime you want. You can unify anytime you want. It's just a matter of when did you mature to understand that you can get more things done with unity than solo.
Yeah,
Which is
Carl.
that's what we're asking.
But that's the see, Carl. That's the misnomer. That's the misnomer. Listen, yes, probably this. It's sort of like the society pushes that within our culture, but that doesn't mean it's right. See, it's happening. We know it's happening. We can recognize everything that's happening, but there's something that's missing that's preventing it from reversing its course and being a unit. We are too
I'm,
divided. Even the men are divided. It ain't just the men's and
And
the
it's just the
woman.
man and woman.
I'm
The
trying.
men are divided.
I'm trying to stay away from society, this, society, that, because as an individual, nobody put a gun to your head to sell drugs. Nobody put a gun to your head to to live off women. Nobody put a gun to your head to have 15 baby mamas. You make the choice individually.
So, Carl, again, do you think without that father being there, it plays a 95% of the deal?
Without the father there,
Yeah, when most, it's like you go through that age 8 through 14, 15. Most teenagers in our race don't have a disciplined man close to them. Most
A
of them
father
don't.
figure, a father or a father figure.
Yeah,
right? But that doesn't mean they're not available and they're not accessible.
but
Again,
that's
it's a self choice.
but okay. So you putting the choice on the child, or you putting it on the parent? Because both
Either
parents have an opportunity to sort of engage, but
either
both parents
one,
don't.
either one.
Okay,
The
okay.
guys that come to the program for mentorship to be taught how to play chess, how to shave and groom themselves, tie a tie, that's their choice. Rather their mother likes it or not, rather she puts him in the program or not, it's the boy's choice.
Coach. Let's tie this in because we have multiple questions that we can tie in here. Because since you said that, Carl, what about the men who are now mentoring from a broken position? They're passing on harm. What about
Yes,
those men
Who the hell
that
is
have
doing
not
that?
healed?
Hold on, you can't mentor from a broken position.
Yeah, what
Well,
are you
no,
talking
you have
about?
people that do that. You have people that do
Nah,
that. You have
you
people
can't, you
that
can't do
have
that.
Bruh, hold on, hold on. This is not baby boy, okay? We're not
But
talking about Melvin trying to teach Jody how to be a man.
I understand that. What I'm saying to you, you don't. These are people that have never been healed, never been to therapy. They're teaching from their bad experiences. They're telling other people's kids what they went through, and they're basing their advice off of their brokenness.
So what? That means you telling me that the kid can't learn what not to do? I watched
That's
my
not what I'm
father.
saying.
Listen,
We
no,
don't know that. You said mentor, Carl. We don't know what they're meant.
but
How?
this is what I'm saying. I hold my father to a high regard. But for years he ate pork, drank like crazy, 3 packs a day, all of this shit. But I know what not to do. But that still didn't take away from him being a good man, provider, married for 35 years, same job for 30 some years. It still didn't take away his overall character. It's just that he had faults. So now I've
yeah,
took the positive that he's done, and I've also took the negative that I don't want no parts of. I
Hmm.
combined it, and this is where I'm at now.
right, right, Carl. Listen, I agree with you 100%, Carl.
But
I
it's a
come from,
choice,
but
individual choice.
but Carl, again, even though that, listen, even during that critical part of your life, that critical time, right? You had a
Mhm.
logical thinking man around you every day. It was a logical thinking father. He went to work. He made you do stuff.
Right.
He made you respect other people. People respected him. That's the thing. In the past, since you was a kid, I don't know, high school, it's been totally opposite of that within both sides of the community. Brothers are not unified in any way. Brothers and sisters are fighting each other. No marriages. Everybody believing that their individual island is going to flourish when we see it won't as the time go. Hopefully, I don't get to see it. Hopefully, I'll live out before it hit the fan. But what can happen? Okay, Shakar, do you believe that there could be any fix?
No.
So you
The
go. So are
only
you going?
the
Okay.
only way anything can change, be fixed, or improved, women have to make the boundary level, or shall I say the standard letter, a little bit higher. And y'all heard me before when I said this. When you have 60, 70% of black women saying, I'm not sleeping with a man unless he has life insurance. Niggas will go out and get life insurance just to get laid.
Okay, from that perspective. Okay. So you're saying they do that to hold us, so we can hold ourselves accountable. Because I was just
Exactly.
okay.
It's
Because I was
big
about to ask you
discipline.
where do our responsibility lie in that?
Why you think so many dudes out there turning into simps, spending all this goddamn money trying to persuade a woman to like him?
Why?
Why?
Why, Carl?
I would love
Because
to hear
who
that
the,
answer too.
because who the hell is making the rules? It ain't the
But
men.
but it doesn't matter, Carl.
It
Why
doesn't
are they
matter.
not getting it? Why are they falling victim to these things?
Because, like we said earlier, they're not being taught.
By who, Carl?
And that's my point 5 minutes
By
ago. I
who,
just said
Carl?
they're being taught the opposite of what
Okay,
that is. That's what.
I would say I'll drop it like this. A lot of these younger dudes out here are not being taught like we were. We had a generation where the uncles, and if you didn't have a father, the uncles, the grandfathers stepped up.
And tough love.
And tough love from the, and especially tough love from your aunts, your grandmothers, and your
I
mother.
don't
Now,
give a fuck. I don't care if you crying.
the whole thing is like a lot of these young cats do not understand the chivalry that was given to us.
Correct.
So basically, when it comes down to it, we're looking at a generation basically on what they're going by from what their mothers are raising them with.
Thank you.
So I'm gonna digress on that. The reason being because in that era, they parented the best they could based on what they could have done. In this era, that's what we should be doing.
This era, what
Well,
we should be doing, like right now, I'm a parent of two teenagers right now.
Yes.
My two oldest are grown; they doing their thing. So it's like I came from. You get your ass whooped if you deserve it.
Yeah, but you also learned in this era how to move it, and you have made it work. That's what
Nah,
we're talking
nah,
about.
no, I didn't learn that until my younger two.
Yeah, but I'm saying, but
My
you
old
still
two,
learned it.
I took them to I took them to the same boot camp I went through.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, but you still learn it, and now it's working for you. That's what I'm saying.
No, now I still know. No, my two younger kids, they know daddy's crazy, daddy will whoop that ass, and daddy don't play that shit.
So you're missing what I'm saying. But you're still doing it in this era with what's going on. That's what we're
Yeah, I
trying
Yeah.
to. That's
understand.
what we're trying to say. So
Yeah,
putting
but
Yeah,
there's
all that
adjust
together.
there's
that's
a
true.
hold on,
But to your
there's
point,
adjustments. There's adjustment
yeah,
because you have to incorporate old with the new.
hmm
You can't
That's what we.
you can't
That's what I was
incorporate the
saying,
old way
Carl.
we used to whip a kid's ass with today because you'd be locked up.
But that's what we're
what,
saying, Carl. That's what I'm saying. So he adjusted, and now it's happened. What we're saying is what I asked before was that unification, but now we are the we're not monolith. Everybody's not the same. So the small amount that we represent of the men that can do these things, the majority don't. That's what I'm asking from that perspective, and that's I think that's where coach is coming from. Where the well, let me say me. You have broken men giving broken advice to a lot of these young men because you're telling them, go get your money, do this, do that. This is what blah blah blah. Rather than the route that we are doing, and that's what I'm saying to you. How do we fix that?
You see, it depends.
know,
Like
I
I said,
don't
it
think you should
depends.
fix it because, like I said, that's like you're telling me don't put a crackhead in the front of the line and let him speak about how not to do drugs.
But see,
Why not?
it's a whole thing. It's not just us on us. We as men, we can stand up and try to be men. It's also along with the women too. They have to be able to say, "Hey, look, I still to this day, my daughter fears if her mother say, I'm gonna call your father." I live 10 minutes away from my daughter, my youngest daughter, and her mother. If she get into some shit and her mother say, "I'm calling your father," it's a wrap.
That still works today.
That still works.
Mhm.
Just like when my son lives with me, my mom lives with me now. I can look at him and know he knows something's up. He's 13 years old, about to be almost my height. I can look at him and he know, all right, well, I done messed up somewhere. What's up, Dad? What's up? Let's talk about it.
and it's still
And
it's
I
funny.
still got I just realized today I caught myself sounding like my dad and my mother. I finally did it. After all these
I
years, I've
love
been
that
trying not
shit.
to. I finally did it today. And I looked at my son like my son said something crazy. I looked at him like, "Do you understand how crazy I really am?"
So all right, so let me all right,
I like that part.
take the parenting out of it. Let's look at the bigger picture of just us as a people.
Mm-hmm.
Us as a people. What is the problem?
The problem is there's too many crabs in the barrel.
Right.
Okay, okay,
Everybody doesn't have a degree, but they're
And
professional.
it's not like
but
it's not.
hold on. Crabs in the barrel. That's a general statement. We got
Yeah,
to
hold
break
on.
that down.
I was gonna narrow it down.
Let's break that down.
Okay. Now, basically, I'll say this. I've always compared our unity. If we unify like Jewish people or
Mm.
Indian people,
Okay.
then America would not be in the state it is in right now.
So how do they
We'll
unify?
be dangerous.
How do those cultures unify? In what ways do they
I'm gonna get
unify?
to it. I'm gonna get to it. Just like
Okay.
I know my I have an African friend that's from Nigeria. When he moved here, he had like 4 or 5 uncles that was here already. When he moved here, he had a house, a car, and everything waiting for him.
Mm.
Not because they were rich, it's because they pooled their money together to make sure he was all right so he can establish himself. He had a
I
job and
love
everything
that.
waiting for him. I've seen a lot of Jewish communities when you come into their community, they have a house, a car, job waiting for you, and able to help you out all the way through. Can you
What's the requirement? What's the requirement? What
can
did
you
they
imagine
require from you?
this story? Basically, it's just being part of that religion, being the person that you are.
What about
Don't
education
make
background?
Can
What
you
about
imagine
educational
what just
background?
happened if
education,
black people
stay in
did that?
school, stay in school. Don't make me look
That's what I'm
bad.
about to say. Education background counts. So you got
Yeah,
to. So
education too. But can you imagine if black people did that and we had no problems, no gang killings, nothing like that against ourselves?
well, you're asking for us to be. You're asking for us to pick up a book.
No, I'm asking for us to be unified without a book.
That's impossible.
If you ever read
That's
Boy,
if you
impossible.
ever read how the
It's
Moors,
not. It's not. It's not.
if you ever read
Without
how
a
the
book, coach.
Moors did
It's
it
Without a
not.
book.
back in the day,
It's not.
back in the day
No,
when
it's
the
not.
Moors ran Italy, man, it was nothing wrong.
Yeah.
You did something wrong, you get tried by your community. You did something wrong, you messed up anything, you get tried by your community all the way through.
Yeah. But see here. Okay. So listen. We in America,
That's why.
right? We in America, right? We in
all right.
America, right?
We're in America.
Okay. So
2025. Every
right.
black person get life insurance. I bet you the cops won't beat your ass.
But that's still it's still sort of
No,
because
don't let
hold
that go
on, right?
past, coach. Don't let that go
We
past. You want solvent. You asked the question. You want solvent. We have to individually take responsibility and say, you know what? Before we get the unification, let's steady ourselves first. Go out
Mm-hmm.
there and get life insurance.
but,
To do that, you got to pick up a
but
book.
no, listen. What I'm
Nigga,
saying
they give
is
you that shit over the
I hear
phone
what
in
y'all
10 minutes.
saying.
Come on
No, what
now.
I'm hearing y'all saying, I'm talking about there's a final version of what y'all saying too. It still can be broken down some more. And everybody's saying what we can do, Car. You know what I'm saying? You saying life insurance, but again, now it's about it is about the education of it. And it not necessarily is going to all be in books. So books is a part of it, but it's about the education of the unknown. Because we're in a space where a lot of stuff we ain't know, it under our footsteps on this earth now are being revealed.
Okay.
So pick up a
Hold on,
dictionary.
Carl, hold on, because it ain't gonna just affect us old. This is gonna affect the young dudes too.
The young ones, yeah, what's coming
See,
up.
I'm worried about that 21-year-old, 22-year-old who ain't got a beard like yours and mine. I want somebody that's really to get out there and not lose out on opportunities to be in spaces that you can now kick the door in. I just want us to bring up. You got to bring, you know what I'm saying, that like-minded warrior with you. You got to have a buddy with you, your buddy system.
So I tell you what, I don't care what age you are. Pick up a dictionary, read it, and understand, learn how to spell every word in it.
No, you ain't got to read the whole dictionary. You ain't got to do it, Carl.
Nigga, I got my ass whipped to fucking read the dictionary. Don't
Carl, man, you got some trauma, man.
Trauma with that,
bro. You're dealing with trauma, man.
He calls mentors from trauma position. He calls his mentors from a trauma position.
Yeah, I get it.
But what you're this is what I'm saying.
We got somebody on the stage, Carl, man. What's your name, brother?
Hold on, Carl. Hey, Dapper, big up yourself, Dapper.
Yo,
what's his name?
My bad.
Yeah, Dapper. This is Coach Fern. I'm gonna get everybody else up here.
What's up, Evo? Put our names up, Evo. Put our names up.
Look, I'm gonna give you.
Hold up, Dapper. I'm gonna give you the questions because we want both answers.
Right,
so initially,
turn your mic up, brother.
I know you've seen the posts about Black people get in line for everything but coming together. You saw my post. You saw the interaction. Yeah. How true is that? Now, the secondary portion that we went into was the mentorship, and the question was, are men, because we're men, leading or mentoring from a position of on healing?
Okay, so the first question is: Black people come together for every. Black people, say it again. Black people come together.
Black people come together for every trend, but uniting together. They fall in line for every trend, but uniting together. Dancing, clothes, jewelry, all that shit.
Jordans, beepers.
Which in a sense is us coming together. You feel me? What I think is, I don't think people have Black people don't have a problem coming together. We have a problem coming together for things that are positive and are edifying, simply because it requires too much work. It's easy to just go buy a Louis bag. All you got to do is go to your 9-to-5 job. I know people that make $15 an hour that got a Louis bag. You know what I'm saying? So those are easy. But what's difficult is saying, okay, every Black man needs to get life insurance. That's a good idea. My thought process is simple. I promise you, this works every time. Shoot back. Why do you think you're called an American and not an Englishman? It's because America shot back. You do not beat violence with kindness. That shit ain't in the Bible. You know how God dealt with violence? He slaughtered cats. He said, David, kill all of them, man, women, and child. You understand what I'm telling you? When we saw the giants, what did God do? Oh, you don't want to go kill the giants? Okay, you're going to suffer for 40 years. I don't want none of y'all on this team because y'all are soft. So the way that we win is through organization. The reason that they were afraid of the Black Panthers is because they were organized. They were never a terrorist group, but they were strapped. They built hospitals. They educated people. That is something that they fear. Now, I have to make a distinction. White people are not racist, but America is. The American government is racist. Mm-hmm. There's nothing you can do to prove that they are not. However, American people, they're not racist, so they just think, oh, no one is holding you back. Tie yourself up by the bootstraps. But here's the thing. The cops don't flood your neighborhoods with cocaine. The cops don't put weed and plants in your neighborhood. The CIA does not have a program to destabilize your woman and put them against you. There's a reason that certain things only happen in Black culture, and it is because of design. A guy posted a video the other day about Black people twerking on a car, and he was like, it was a Black guy. He was kind of gay. I hate that shit. Mm-hmm. Oh, we need to stop doing this as Black people. I would have been calling you every name out the book but a child of God. You never see white people doing this. That's why they're okay with gentrification. So my question was this. You ever been to an Eagles game when they win? That's why they torch the fucking city. Okay? Yeah. When you go look at the Black Lives Matter protest, just watch it. You know who destroying shit? It's white people. And I'm not going to say white people as white people. I'm talking about it's white skinned agents spray painting BLM. And the ladies are saying it. The black people there understand. They said, hey, we didn't ask you to do that. And the lady said something so profound. She says, listen, you're tearing down this gate. We didn't ask you to do that. But when you tear down the gate, they don't come for you. They come for us. They come for us, bro. So what we need to understand is, I tell people this all the time. Our black women are not dumb. They're not unintelligent. They just want to be men. And you know what happens when you don't stay in your lane? You cause an accident. That's what happens. We cause accidents. So I feel like if we're going to come together, it's going to have to be on some, listen, leave their products alone. You getting mad at this white man calling him a racist, but Balenciaga owns slaves. That your neighbor, he never owned no damn slaves. He lives next to you. You got the same job. His family has never owned slaves, but you still picking their cotton. You still wearing Timberland. They own slaves. You still out here rocking with Polo and Gap, who literally said they don't like black people. They're on documented saying this stuff, but we still picking their cotton. This is a small company up the street, black owned. Y'all see what I wear, my Malo stuff. I try to get rid of my Adidas and my Nike. Why? Because this shit is cool too. And I'm not going to be somebody that says, this is what we need to do, and I'm not going to start doing it. So what we need to do is make our shit cool. Make that local dude hot. There's a rapper named Simba. He said this dude came up to me and asked me to buy his merch. He was head to toe in Dior. So but why would I want your shit? You're head to toe in another man's stuff, but you asking me to support you. That don't make sense. So I feel like we can come together, but let's be honest. When we do come together, they kill our leader. So
okay. So you brought something interesting in just going, you said a lot, man. Salute to you, man, from understanding the consciousness of it. No, man, you have some, what I'm saying, you spend some real stuff, man, and I was listening to you. Okay, so I'm gonna go backwards. Yes, I think it's important to support black business, but also I think it's important for black business, especially young black business, to step their elevation of business up. Take the time to study the business, elevate your business, present your business professionally. I only deal with professional niggas. I don't care, white people, they gonna have to give me the best. I don't care about all that fluff. I like professionalism. If I don't get that from nobody, I move. But there's opportunities for a lot of young people to get into these spaces, tech spaces. Take the clothes you got apart and sew it back together differently. Call it your name. You can do that. Take the tag off of it. Put your little tag. It's all kinds of creative ways that we can start tapping into our own. But make sure you do it the business way. Do it professionally and present a good product. People would buy.
But that's too much work, and this is
okay, Carl. Listen. Some niggas are lazy,
man.
But listen. I ain't even talking to the lazy people. Anybody lazy ain't gonna be in my camp.
But that's all the majority.
Carl, I'm gonna have a small camp because everybody's pulling far guard. Everybody's pulling far guard. Everybody's pulling far. But I couldn't listen. That's the thing. So, and even in trying to separate, it still comes back to that ability to have a open dialogue and learn from the open dialogue. And then once we chief up, because everybody's in the circle chiefing up, everybody go ahead and understand that, listen, I'm not a chief. I may be an officer, I may be a sergeant, but everybody can't be chief, because what I've seen over the last 30 years, a lot of us ain't really got emotional stability to be the chief. We lead with feelings. And so
I get that.
So I'm gonna say this. Let me say this and I'll shut up. Because right now, yes, things have happened. We've had COVID, we've had George Floyd, we've had any other Sandra Bland, we had Breonna Taylor. We had these events happen, right? So at some point, because modern people swear we the smartest and we doing better than our ancestors that we just gave praise to, which is ridiculous. Don't want to work to be in any space together. That's going to be the catch, to find young man and old. When I say old, because a nigga 40 years old, he ain't really did shit but work. He old too. Nigga 40, you stop playing. Y'all old too. But a young man 20 to
Can't tell
40,
them that.
they are the warrior class. They are the network of the future. Those brothers can take a stance right now and change the dynamic, whether the women come along or not, because other worldly women are coming to America and they looking for a good brother who's been working hard. And the sisters will miss out if they don't start self-correcting. It's
And
going to be
Nobody can.
dynamic.
brothers that's working hard. It's just brothers that's doing right. It's going to treat them right.
Nobody cares.
But treat
Because I'm
yourself
telling
right,
you,
brothers, first.
Yeah.
I'm just saying you work hard, treat yourself right, and then if she don't come into your hut following your rules, she can't stay the night. She got to go. You can't let her sleep on your pillows and shit. No.
I got a
But
big problem with what was said because Snuggles 2.0 in the comments said something very profound.
which one?
Snuggles 2.0, two statements back. She was talking about
The implementation.
The majority of men and women?
Yeah.
no, about respecting what was before you. The average 20-year-old is not listening to a 30-year-old because you're old. The 30-year-old ain't listening to the 40-year-old because you old. The 40 is not listening to 50, you old. Meaning there's no respect
Nah.
for the people older because I don't have to listen to you. I am starting my new version. You understand? Remember that word nuance? I'm not going by what you did. Yeah, you used to wash clothes by hand. I'm not doing that. I'm going to put it in the washing machine.
So
hold on.
let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question, Carl. It's a serious question, right? When was the last time you tried to talk to a 20-year-old kid?
The other day.
And how did you get the impression that the child or the kid didn't want to listen to you because, and hear me out, all right? I don't know. But what do you think that child was receptive to your information? Yes or no?
Yes.
Okay, why do you think they were receptive?
The command of respect was already put in from early on. You
Okay.
understand? But
So that has
again,
nothing to do with your age then, brother.
no, listen carefully though. It's the time that's allowed to do it. Okay? You hear women say, my baby daddy, once a week, weekend. That is not enough time to build and infiltrate that bonding, that command of respect, and so on, because there's so many other distractions during the week.
I agree with you, but what I'm trying to get back to is the point you made where the children or the younger generation doesn't want to listen to the older generation because
But you see it all the time. They have no respect. They're not listening to older people because they figure, listen, that's y'all way of doing things back in the day. This is how we do it.
But
You
Carl,
understand?
but and again, I'm going to bring up the point to I'm gonna use you as an example. You're correct because you can stand on what you said. Listen, to what I'm saying, asking you. You got to realize that it doesn't matter the age in today's society. We are still not leading properly. The age group, you have men your age who are doing the dumb shit that they're still seeing.
I agree. They still
So
think
so
they
hold on.
30.
So the majority. Listen, when we are the one off, they're the majority of men who are still living by today's standards. Who are, again, I asked the question earlier, leading from trauma, counseling from trauma because they think this is the best way to do it. They've never been healed. They don't know what's going on. They're still living historical factors and still doing ways, but always don't understand that that there's different ways of doing things. They only see things one way, tunnel vision.
But
So
those men are not doing
real quick.
That's
Wait.
Can
problematic.
everybody see that comment?
Wait. But either which way, sometimes you got to go back to the ancestors and everybody that's older than you to be able to prosper.
No, I'm gonna say no. I'm saying learn how to
That's the only way
combine
to
it.
do it.
That's like
Look at the comment right
that's
there.
like this. That's like this.
Look at listen.
Hold on, fellas. Hold on. Go ahead, just finish up.
I'm gonna give you a perfect example. If shit go down right now and you ain't got no internet, nothing, can you grow your own food? I know I can.
But you're giving one-off examples.
And these young kids, these younger kids survive?
Those analogies don't add up. Those analogies don't add up, bro.
Lee,
Those
you're
analogies
not,
don't add up.
Lee,
So
it's,
if I wasn't taught by older generation how to plant, fertilize, all that stuff to survive, find water, do all that stuff.
We're not talking about things like that, bro. We're talking about human interaction. We're
Hold
talking
on,
about
I'm getting to that.
living
Listen
life.
to what I'm saying. Listen to
We're
what I'm
not
saying.
talking about things like
The
that.
human interaction, like with me, I'm the point I'm making is whatever I teach my sons and my daughters, it's from what I learned from my older
from before.
from before. If I learn how to
What's
sew,
up, JT, man?
what's up, man? If I learn
What's
how to
going on,
sew,
brother?
if I learn how to cook, if I learn how to fish, I learn how to plant, I learn how to grow, then I'm gonna survive. I'm not worried about nothing else. So
You're
when I
correct, bro. That's not what we're knocking.
so when I
Hold
teach
on, hold
them,
on. Let me respond. That's not what we're knocking. What I'm saying to you is after you've taught them that, they can now put today's way of cooking, of doing it together the way they I'm saying combining both. We're just stuck on history teaching one way. How about we say, hey, when I grew up, I did this, but listen, in today's society, you can do it this way or this way. How about we give them give them an option rather than that's what
Yeah,
I'm trying to
so
explain.
listen,
But,
stop the,
but
listen,
that's not what
but
it
you're,
is, though.
Hold
you're
on, yeah.
triggering, man.
Hold
what
You're
I'm saying,
triggering me,
hold on,
man.
Carl. Hold on. Go
what
ahead,
I'm
Carl.
saying
Go ahead. Go ahead.
is basically we still need to know what our ancestors did to make it to the future.
Yo,
We still can take what we doing from what we learned, bring it to now, and then teach the new generation. This is what we learned. This is how we do it now. This is what you can do going forward. But if they don't do it, but I'll say it like this: if they don't do it, they're not gonna make it.
Yeah, let me come in with Just D because I agree with Just D. The problem is this, right? And it goes back how we started. Most of the information brothers are getting from age, the time they can come out that womb, and it's a small group of men, but most of the children are not getting the information from their father. I don't care. I can be the kid at 15, 16. If I'm not related to him, his uncle, father, it might
exactly.
be a 50-50 chance that he may listen. That's why in social services, if you
Less
got
than
a
that.
20%, if you got a 20% success rate with all of your clients, they call it as a successful outcome. If
Yep.
Yeah.
20% of your, if you have 40 kids like a classroom, and if 20% of them are successful, then you did a great job. So if 60 to 80% of our men can fail, the system has done a great job. But it's still only about 20, 30% of our men who are really living reckless. Most brothers are rewriting the script. Most young brothers are more conscious on how they move in the world and with the women. And the women are not, they taking the brothers for granted.
Yeah.
And that's going to be that down. And listen, this ain't something that's going to happen within the next 2-3 years because a lot of brothers got to get to that elevation stage in their life. But now you ain't got to wait till you're 45. You can do that shit at 25 and 35 and be 10 years ahead because it's too
Yeah.
much information. So
Yeah.
I'll
Exactly.
shut up. Hey, hold on. We got some people up.
We got we got a couple
Let's
new guys.
welcome
Whoa,
my man
whoa.
JT, What We Know podcast. Salute, brother. Miss Polly, come up here being Polly, right?
What?
Calm down,
I
fellas.
don't like a lady in the barbershop.
Y'all,
What the hell?
Yeah,
we,
she do
we
it.
got a lady up here, but y'all calm down
When do we
because
have ladies in the
she don't need
barbershop?
no team members. She don't
Hey,
need
look, talk to the moderator, bro.
See, this is what's
yeah.
going on. This is what's
Come
Hey,
on,
going
hands
Carl.
off.
on.
Yeah, stop
No,
acting
Polly,
up,
let
y'all.
me
Y'all
say
know
this
you
real
up
quick.
on anybody
Polly,
with this
we love
nonsense,
having you
man.
up, but this is what started it. The
Look at
unisex
you.
barbershop.
And I'm saying like this: if you don't like us telling the truth, I'm sorry. It's
Yeah,
gonna,
Miss Polly.
I'm gonna apologize early because I'm just gonna let
You
it
gonna
go.
hear a little bit of truth and
Yeah,
some,
I think she cool.
but
I think she okay. Look
respect
at her
Miss
face. She's
Polly.
like, bring it.
Yeah, she like
All
y'all
right,
weak
I'm a
anyway.
roll with
But
it. I'm a roll with
all
it,
right,
but
hey
there's a
coach.
disclaimer.
Hey
Because
coach. I
I do
think
want to
just
make
T.
I do want to make one point as the youngest
Okay,
guy.
and yeah, do that. Then we go to just T. He was up here for a little bit. Yeah.
I bet JT, you could go after this. I do want to make one point as the youngest guy
I'm
here.
sorry,
Carl,
JT.
the reason I started asking you those questions is because the truth is, the younger generation don't listen to the older generation. It has nothing to do with age, has everything to do with finance and success. We see that y'all failing. I'm the type of kid that I've always listened to my elders, and because I've listened to them, it's put me in a very good spot. You feel me? Because I was wise enough to listen. But then I've also seen what happens to other people who didn't do what their parents did. And I'm not gonna lie to you. I have an older cousin. No, sorry, he's my younger cousin. He has a flashier lifestyle than I do.
Flashier.
He got 2 children. You feel me? One from his wife, one from a baby mama. I don't got no kids. I've been to jail twice, but I was exonerated because it was lies. It was all lies. I used to be able to say I've never been arrested, but I can't say that no more. So I understand the reason we don't listen to anyone, it doesn't matter their age, it's their success. That's why Instagram is so popular. That's why TikTok
I
is so popular.
I learned things from the dumbest.
Because they have the flash, it makes them right. Because the truth is, Mike does make right. If I tell you that the sky is blue and you tell me the sky is red, I'm going to beat your ass every day until you say the sky is red. Just like that man had his name changed to Toby. So when you get beat over your head with success from people that are not your parents, why would you listen to your parents? Because the world is about success and money right now. They don't understand that family is what's important.
Okay, brother, hold on.
I hear you on that, bro. But the whole thing is, I still would go. I would go with age-old wisdom than flashing and seeing success.
I would too. Me too.
Because most of that flashing success, you can get it, but it can take away just that quick. That wisdom you get from your elders is right there.
That's what the kids today respect.
I
agree with you. Yeah, I agree with you 100%, man. Oh, go ahead, brother. I'm sorry.
No, I'm just saying. So I wanted just based on what you said. So, and when you say younger, what age? Give it an age. Well, you talking 35 and under? Old niggas too?
I would say so. I would say 30, 32 and under, because right around 28, most people start to realize, oh, this shit ain't work how I thought it would.
Life is real. So we wake up late.
They were right.
Yeah, it takes that time. So I'm gonna say,
okay. So from that age,
under 30, yeah, they don't.
Okay,
I'm gonna play advocate and say 35 because some people are hard headed.
Okay, so again, you're talking about years still playing kid games for us. We 21 to 35, you still playing kid games. You're going to be at the lowest of the totem pole in any society. There's nothing to do with your race. And if you're not listening to those, learning something outside of your barely graduating self, you will struggle as a brother in the world, because after 25, the world no longer looks at you as a viable entity if you still holding your hands out and still wearing your pants down to your knees and got the cheerleader feet. The world expects for you to grow up, and it would behoove you to grow up in any capacity. Take some type of information, take some type of understanding, and school yourself to be better, because you want to present yourself to the world, not just your neighborhood. The world is bigger than your neighborhood and your boys. And I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna shut up, man. Great show, and JT, man, salute to you, man. Thank you for coming up, Miss Polly. Listen, again, all of this information, it goes on deaf ears to young people if young men are not able to engage with a father at an early age. It takes too many years to catch up. We're playing catch up in our own society. And just because a brother does not flash his money does not mean he don't have money. It's a generation of money of brothers that understand you don't flash it. A gangster moves in silence. You'll see us on the other side. When they say dress up, we ain't gonna show up in some tight jeans and a shirt. We gonna show up in our double-breasted, tied down, looking like the men that we supposed to be. So salute to you, man. Salute to y'all, Miss Polly. Hey, put your avatar up, man. Great show, fellas, man. I'm always here. I'm gonna be in the back. Because you're gonna have them wild.
Thank you, Coach.
Respect, Coach. Hey, JT and Miss Polly. I know JT. I know you was up here before, but I know how you feel about dropping in on the conversation, man. Welcome, brother. Welcome, sister. The floor is yours. Whoever wants to go first. I don't know, JT, how you feel. You was up here first, but the man in you might let her go first as a woman. I don't know.
I mean, if she want to go first, she can go. It doesn't matter. Miss Polly looked like she was
cooking,
putting in some work.
I was trying to clean up some mess I made, so I might go second.
All right, go ahead, JT. Comment.
So with Dapper, when you were saying that the younger folks don't listen to the older folks, are you saying that the perception of what success is, or are you saying that they're not seeing that their elders are successful?
Yeah, it's actually both. right? So
What the?
you guys know what you guys heard of like Amway and stuff like that before, right? You know, multi-level marketing. So I went platinum in Amway. One of the things that we do is when I read the success books, they would tell you that like you can't learn football from a basketball player. So you can't learn success from someone who is broke. Well, my parents is broke. So what that means is my parents cannot teach me how to succeed, right? I'm the only boy,
What?
right? Oh, whoa. You think that's a crazy thing to say?
Yo, I am so triggered right now. Go ahead.
Carl, let him finish.
I
Carl.
mean, you could be triggered, but if you're not a fighter,
Go
how you
ahead.
gonna teach me how to fight?
I think everybody's gonna respond to that.
That's true. You can't. The only entity that can give something that doesn't have is a bank. Nothing else can do that. So when I started reading books, I realized that I had to go to success to learn success. I didn't see, well, my dad is very successful. He's in politics and stuff like that. But what I'm saying is when it comes down to like business and other younger generations, other children, they don't see their parents have the things that they want. And they quickly begin to learn that their parents can't teach them how to get the lifestyle they want if their parents doesn't have that lifestyle. See what I'm saying?
That is totally false.
It's a very logical thought process that these kids
That's
are
not
using.
logical. That's
Now,
not logical.
how is that? So, Carl, can you teach somebody how to fish if you don't know how to fish, Carl?
Let me tell you something. For the people who didn't make it successful, and I'm not going to disrespect people that went out there working 2-3 jobs for their Michael Jordan to be Michael Jordan. You understand? There's a lot of successful people that came from broken homes, adoption agencies. You understand? Every freaking basketball player, anybody you look today, the Jay-Z, all of these people that you see in basketball, sports, entertainment, they came from broken homes. They came from single mothers. So don't say about a broke person can't teach you how to be successful. Yes, they can. They have certain tools to tell you what not to do. You can learn from a dummy. You can learn from a drunk person.
So hold up. So hold on. Let me ask you. So and this is just an honest question, right? Let's say I was a virgin. I've never had sex before. Would you take my advice on how to please a woman?
No. No, the answer is no.
No. I need Carl to answer. See, here's the thing. I love Carl, but Carl be tripping. Bro, Carl my nigga, bro. Bro, Carl be
Hey.
Yeah, but I want to reconcile that with what you're speaking on to be right there, because it's a lot different when you're talking about being successful in the capitalistic world, in business and things like that. I understand exactly what you're saying, right? But is that the only aspect of success?
See, and
That's
to me,
the question.
I'm going to say no. Because to me, success is being able to come home to my wife and kids every day and they safe and they know food going to be on the table tomorrow. Whether I got a Lexus outside or a goddamn Lamborghini, I have provided for you. I told my last girlfriend, provision is not this 4-bedroom house. It's a 2-bedroom apartment. Your problem is you think provision equal prosperity. And that's why all your girls are going to be by yourself. You complain about going 50-50. Fine, bitch. Do 100 by yourself, dummy. You don't make sense.
Yeah,
but
even
I'm
before
sorry.
you get to that, this is the thing. We can all agree that right now, Black America is kind of broken right now. Families are broken. The way that we're moving it feels like a curse for us, right? So for us this is where we get into a dilemma, because some people will say, and I'm probably one of them, and I'll be on the fence with this, separation is the answer. Separate from the ones that are not trying to do what they're doing. When it comes down to the mindset, right? We got a lot of people that's in Black America that's attached, that it's the loud minority, but it feels like that they're the loud majority, and they're representing what Black folks are to the rest of the world. And we're looking like, no, in order for us to be successful, we need to separate from them. On one end, one side of my mind is saying, we gotta separate from those folks. This is where it gets tricky, those folks are also your family members. They're very close to us.
And that's why there's no more family reunions.
Right. So when and you're right. So even the ones that are family reunions, if you guys been to one in the last between 5 and 10 years, they're like cliquish.
It's a
It's not even a
competition.
family reunion because
Yeah.
what happens is that one side of the family is partying and drinking. The other side of the family is they're complaining about the ones that's partying and drinking. Right? Those are the ones that's in church and the ones that's actually doing something. And then there's another group of people that you don't see. You know why you don't see them?
The
Because they
black
won't show
sheeps.
up.
They don't show up.
They don't show up.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what we have right now. We're not showing up for one another anymore. And the problem is that's one of the problems is that what happens between the elders and the ones that's younger, we stop communicating. We stop communicating. There's no way that we should have this much angst towards each other. There's no way why we should have our young, and I'm talking about the older guys having the younger folks not being connected to us. We got a lot of reasons why.
I gotta
One
say this
major
real
reason
quick.
is this. I'm gonna finish with this. One major reason is this, and Coach Ferg said it. We always talk about this. The father. He's not present in their life for whatever reason. It's a whole lot of reasons, but he's not there. The advice that a young man needs is from his father first and foremost. And then you got uncles, and then you have cousins that's elders and things like that. The same thing with young women. The approval of the men that she picks should be through that father. It's an absence in both of those things. And this is where we get into, and it's going to get worse if we don't correct it. The answer, we don't have it. We're trying to come up with the answers. On every panel that we talk about these things, we're trying to get, because this is a big cake that we got to eat, y'all. And nobody has the answer, but we're going to have to start from somewhere, correct?
That makes sense.
They got the answer. It's just that people don't want the answer.
Hold on. Before we go any further, man, you've been up here for a long time. I know you're back and forth. Tell us what you're cooking and what you're cooking, because you're making a good pot back there. But what's your thoughts on
that? Hey, this ain't Uber Eats. This ain't Uber Eats. Knock it off. This ain't Uber Eats.
You done double back like 4 times. Like, hold up.
Process, sweetheart. I'm sorry. I didn't no disrespect meant when I say sweetheart, but man, what's your thought process on this?
Come on, Polly.
I know you hear me. Okay, hang on. I was in the kitchen. I don't want it to be loud.
Gotcha.
Okay. So, yeah. Well, it sounds like I kind of agree a little bit here. Well, I'll say mostly with the generation behind us, like you said, learning from us, and do you think that, they're not going to look up, they don't look up to us. And like you said, success, I agree, the success that we're having, I don't think, or I should say the non-success that we're having is basically an issue, because even though right now things are going crazy, the economy's all kind of whacked out, right? Regardless of how we feel about it and how we used to be doing good 10 years ago or 20 years ago, to someone who's in their youth going into their 20s, we don't look like the most successful people. We're not to them. So when they're viewing us, they're not seeing successful homes. They're not seeing any of those things that we're trying to replicate in those same people. And they don't know how to reflect something they've never seen before. So I do think that they won't look to us for guidance necessarily. But I'm not saying we don't have anything to offer, because obviously we've seen things go up and down. We can say, hey, what not to do. They try it a different way. But, a lot of children don't see that. All they see is what they see on YouTube is all those people who are successful. They did this and this, as we all know, half those stories are BS and compromise and are fakes and a lot of things like that. But they don't see it through the eyes that we had. because we grew up in a place where a that wasn't something we had to battle. We didn't have to battle whole, other families online. You didn't have to talk to your children about stuff that you thought they didn't have access to. Access is so open to them that they can just basically believe they can do it, do anything, even if the information is incorrect. So we're like
It's,
fighting a new beast, we're fighting a new
it's,
beast. Hmm.
it's
So
very subjective, real quickly. It's very subjective what I'm hearing. Even what Dapper was saying is very subjective because let me tell you something. The majority of black folks right now, even look at your own parents. Some of them had good paying jobs. They made sure your ass went to school, clothes, birthday, holidays, all that shit. And how old was you when you found out neither one of them had a high school diploma? But yet they're beating your ass every day to go to school and get yours.
because they want you to do better.
Now you got degrees. Listen to the caveat. Now these motherfuckers today got degrees and they don't even have bail money for nothing. No contingency. So, but when you look back at those people that worked them jobs for 20, 30, 40 years, they had your bail money, they had your private school money, they had shit already contingency solid. These niggas today with all the degrees, and I say this to every single mother, you don't have no contingency.
But there's, I know what you're saying, but where it was
So
kind of like
are you
we were
hold on, are
preparing,
you really successful? Are you really doing better? Or was
but
those older folks doing
that's what
better
I'm
than you?
saying.
I think that's what she's
We
saying,
were
Carl.
preparing the children for something that is not the same. We were preparing our children for what we did and what we went through. Our kids aren't in the same situation. The economy and everything is way different. Like half the kids don't even want to go to school to get a degree because they can make the same amount of money
Without a
playing
degree.
video games. We didn't have to compete with that. It's different. It's like you gave them the tools for
See,
the wrong game. It's kind of crazy. So it's
and
kind of like
I
you
get
prepare
that,
them for
but
something.
we
Yeah.
that's
still
exactly what
I'm
I'm
only
what I'm talking about.
I'm only
Success
ste-
is change.
Hold on. Go ahead, Carl.
Oh, I was just saying. Oh, go ahead,
I'm only
Carl.
stepping on what Dapper was saying about
Mhm.
not learning from our elders and the why the
Mhm.
younger generation is not. Do not sleep on your grandfather. He worked 40 years or he did military, he retired, and just because he ain't flashing with it, don't mean that he wasn't sitting on it.
Yeah, but Carl, what I think what they were saying, and I said to you earlier too. I think you guys didn't realize we're talking about our generation. Again, let's move the knowledge forward to this generation. There are differences, different ways of doing what you are teaching them.
But the generation today do not have what yesterday generation
You
had,
can't. No,
which
no, no.
is
I disagree with that.
listen.
I totally disagree
I'm
with that. They have
saying,
more resources.
listen.
They got more resources, Carl.
They
They
have
have more
more
resources.
resources,
Yeah.
but you're still not. You're missing two things.
What's that?
Today's generation do not have interdependency skills. That's why all the relationships are recycling.
That's
They
one.
don't get along with each other. That's why we have more baby mamas, baby daddy. Two, there is no contingencies
Hmm.
individually or collectively.
Yeah, but you got to realize that the priorities that you were talking about is not what's the priorities today, and that's what we're trying.
It
What I'm
doesn't
trying to explain to you,
matter.
it does matter, Carl. You're not.
The
Listen,
older
listen.
generation had both.
No, no,
We
no, no,
don't.
no, no, no. They did not, Carl. No,
Yes,
they did
we
not.
did.
Get the
No,
fuck
they
out
did
of
Yes,
not.
we
here.
No, they
did.
did not. No, they
What
did
are you
not.
talking
We're not going
about?
to sit here and be hypocrites. Hold on for a second.
No, it's not
So hold on,
hypocrite. You
hold on.
can't
I'm gonna
hold
ask you a
on.
simple question.
Hold on, Dap. Hold
We're
on,
not going to
Dap.
be
When
hypocrites
you
today.
look at today's generation,
Hmm.
ask the average black person how long they've been on one job, one residence,
Yeah,
Hmm.
listen.
one marriage, one
You
relationship. You're
guys,
not going to
listen.
get
This
20,
is a
30, 40
prime.
years.
Listen, brother. This is a prime example of us trying to mentor from history and trauma.
No.
Simple. And I'm gonna tell you
Why are
why.
you doing
No.
that? Why
I'm
are you
going to tell
doing
you
that?
No.
why. I'm going to
Hold
tell you
up.
why.
Hold up. Hold
Let me
up.
land my
I
plane.
just
Elevate.
asked you a
Elevated.
question.
I'm going
If
to
you
tell you
look
why. I'm
at,
Elevated.
going to tell
listen,
you why.
Lee,
Elevated.
if you look at any black person today, ask
Hmm.
them how long they lived at their residence, how long they've been on one job, how long they've been with one dick or one pussy. I guarantee you, you're not going to get the majority saying 20, 30, 40 years.
Exactly.
Carl,
None of them
that's
are
not.
gonna say that because the model has changed.
That's what I'm trying to explain. He's not listening to none of that.
Even though the model has changed,
The model didn't change. Niggas changed because they got stupid.
Eventually,
hold on, Carl. Let me ask you a question. Since you're saying the model didn't change, how many jobs right now that you can get and they're gonna offer you a pension as a part of their package?
It's a lot of them. It's thousands of them, bro.
Man.
Thousands of them. It's thousands of them.
Right? But okay, cool. Now I'm gonna ask you, right? You say there's thousands of them.
Yeah.
What field are they in?
So no, hold on, Carl. I hear what you're saying. So they're in the medical. They're in the industry. They're in agriculture.
Which industry?
You got automobile industry. You have technology. You have
factory work. That shit ain't
no, it's not. No, that's the thing. So factory work. This is the thing. This is why with a lot of people, this is what's about to happen. This is what's about to happen to the younger generation. What you guys are not understanding is that you do have to listen to us, and it is Carl is right when he says you don't have a contingency. This is what's happening right now. The younger generation are not marketing themselves because they're not using the updated education. The younger generation, not us. I don't need one. Guess what I'm getting ready to do? I'm getting ready to retire.
Right.
This is what and one guy was just talking about this whole thing with robots and AI, right? He said this is what's going to happen if you guys, and he's talking to the younger generation. If you do not start in AI right now, while it's free, you're going to be replaced instead of being the one that works on the new technology. Yep. That's what's about to happen with y'all. So the whole thing of college, yes, it has changed, but it has changed to a point where you don't have to go. Right. It's not needed unless you're in STEM. Yep. Unless you're going in STEM. So this is the thing. When you're talking about AI, even with STEM, engineering, you don't need a degree to be an engineer. That's the difference. Nope. You don't need a degree to be a mechanic. And I'm not talking about working on just a vehicle. I'm talking about a mechanic that works on updated stuff. A Tesla. That's a mechanic now. And guess what he basically does? AI shit. He definitely does robotic stuff. He don't even get dirty anymore. So, that's where it has to go to.
Right. So everything that you're saying proves my point.
No,
we don't have to get dirty no more. Like, think about it, right?
But see, here's the thing. Everybody, hold on. Here's the thing, Gab. I see where you're coming from, but I can piggyback off JC. You may not have to get dirty no more. That's just y'all generation. But the ones that did get dirty is the ones proving to y'all that you needed, like Carl said, you need a contingency.
Hold on.
I think y'all arguing two different things. Hold on. Let me bring it on.
You probably won't see what I'm saying.
Yeah. I understand what you're saying, but the whole thing is now y'all younger generation don't have that backup plan like we did. We had to hustle both ways, the corporate way and the regular way, to make sure we were straight in the future. So we did have that extra money. Like, I said like this. My grandparents both worked. My grandfather worked a factory job. My grandmother was an RN, a home RN. But on the side, they sold moonshine.
Yeah.
See what I'm saying? Yeah. They had a contingency just getting all that money they made from both things. When they retired, they had no problems.
Okay, I feel
so
that.
You see what I'm saying? So it's the whole thing. Like that taught me. All right, let me make sure I got 2 or 3 hustles.
But I'm gonna give you. I'm gonna give you an extreme example, and then I'm gonna dial it back.
Don't trigger me.
Why would I? Right? Hear me out. Why would I have to have me work, my wife work, and have a business on the side when I could do OnlyFans and make 10 times the money you ever seen in your lifetime?
You see.
Hold on. I need an answer. Hold on. I understand it's a triggering thing, but this is the reality that we live in. We're all right now on a streaming platform. Your father couldn't do this. He couldn't get $10,000 a month.
It wasn't available.
So why would I go there? No, hold up. I'm telling you.
You just messed up. Why? I fucked up. You gonna sit here and say to a young man, yo, you can make more money doing OnlyFans. Nigga, go out there and get
More
your
of a
fucking
young
money.
woman.
Hold on for a second, Carl.
It's true though.
Hold on.
No,
It's not true, dog.
Hell no.
It's not true.
Watch for a
Because
second.
that's
Ain't no
not
cheerleaders,
Just
man.
D.
You know what? I look at. I was always taught.
I'm gonna post some of y'all. Hold on.
How much not? No.
That part. Hold on for a second, Carl. We are not.
Shake your
Again,
soul,
I
shake
said
your
this
ass.
10 minutes ago, fellas. We can't be hypocrites up here, Carl. You are calling the kettle black. You are sitting here telling the younger generation he's younger than you. You're now. Hold on, Carl. You're doing the same thing. Let's not be hypocritical because you're right now. You should be leading him, but you're doing the same. You're dismissing everything that he's saying and telling
he's telling
you.
me how
Hold on.
Trigger alert. Trigger
Elevate.
alert.
Hold on. Time out.
I'm just
Shut
saying.
it up. No
Time
time.
out.
I'm
Hold
not
on.
letting it
Elevate.
slide.
I'm just saying.
Time out.
Listen carefully. Listen carefully.
I'm just saying, Carl.
I
We all
don't
do.
give a damn
No.
how easy you make shit.
Yeah.
Listen, easy does not teach you character.
That's for
Easy.
you, Carl. Let that man
Lee, if you don't stop it, I'm
Carl,
gonna put
let
flats
the
in your
man finish,
tires.
Carl. He's a grown
No,
man.
he finished. He's
Hey, Carl,
grown man.
No, he finished.
We're not listening.
Listen,
He finished.
I
No, he
listen.
finished. He finished.
Listen. I don't care what that little young nigga say. I'm retiring for the second time, and
He
I'm
had
not
to
even
retire
50
twice,
yet.
though.
Listen, I'm retired for the second time,
Why you had to retire twice?
and I'm not even 50 yet. This is the difference between you and I. I accomplished shit sooner. You trying to make things easy without, I can make an OnlyFans. Nigga, I wish I could go to OnlyFans.
Can I say something right quick?
JT, let me go, JT. Then you come
I want to get Dapper a
Hold on,
fact. I just
Phil.
want to give him a fact on OnlyFans right quick. I just want to give him a fact on it. I want to give him a fact on it. So when you sit back and give somebody a false dream, like they can make a whole bunch of money on OnlyFans, let me tell you something right here, and this is a fact. There's only 1% of people that makes $10,000 or more monthly on OnlyFans.
Okay, man. That's the same in the room. That's the same. See, here's what
No. Listen. Let me just rock with you. Wait, rock with me for a minute. No. Listen, what I'm saying.
This is why I want to choke every young nigga.
You want to tell people that 1% of let's go with 20 million people that's on OnlyFans. What's 1% of that?
Out of 20 million people?
20 million. 20,000 people are making 6 figures. That's it.
Nigga, you can
hold on. It ain't even.
Hold on.
So it's 20,000 out of 2 million or 20 million, right?
Man.
20 million people. That means that it is far-fetched for anybody to be on OnlyFans and sit there and think that they can make a living off of OnlyFans. It's the same thing. Hold on. It's the same thing with YouTube. It's the same thing with IG. That is selling false dreams to people. This is why you got so many people crashing out, because they sitting here thinking that they can do something and they think it's easy. The ones that's out here that's actually getting this bread on YouTube and on OnlyFans and stuff, they putting in some work, some major work, and more than half the young folks, don't even want to go to a 9 to 5. You think they want to go out there without anybody telling them to get up in the morning time and get up and out here and put videos and stuff out there? It ain't even. It's 1% of them that's gonna put that work in, bro.
We're gonna send these niggas out to do Uber Eats, DoorDash, and work UPS. I don't give a damn.
Hold on, let me say this.
We already know, Carl, what happens with the Uber Eats and stuff like that. Now your car ain't worth nothing, is it?
No. Hold on.
The car is done. It's trash.
Let's mind this out, because my man, man, I need to clarify. How old are you, man?
I'm 35.
Okay, so you listen. Hold up. JT, I'm gonna use your word, nigga. You 2 Christmases away from being old, you hold up, brother. Hold up. Because you come, and I say this all the time when I say it, don't take it personal. I've been saying it since YouTube. No, you come from a second generation crack era mindset. Now, here's the thing. most of the brothers your age and younger, yes, they don't have that. I can get my hands dirty. I can carry the package. They have the more. I'm a pretty type. Don't touch me here. Hold up. Now here's the thing. Here's the thing where brothers go. Here's the thing. What I agree. They need to get the skills regardless. If they don't get the skills, every nigga can't run their mouth.
Exactly.
As YouTube niggas running their feelings, and you can't run your life based on feelings. The world don't give a damn about how you feel about something. So young brothers, yes. If you don't want to go out there and be in the sun, some of you niggas call me. I'm gonna come over your house when you at work to fix your pipes and unplug all of them. You use it how you want to use it. So you get the skills,
this is
young
why
brother.
niggas can't fix nothing in their own damn house.
Get the skills. Hold up. Get the skills, brothers. Get you some property. Get you a little 2-bedroom hut. You better get something. Don't think you're going to be able to move in your apartment, your fancy, high-class apartment all your life. They're going to put your ass out. And if you can't fix it, put it together, then you're going to be over with the women talking about where the men's is at. You better get the skills. If you're doing OnlyFans, you better be damn cooking on OnlyFans. And if y'all twerking, tell your mama that you're twerking. Tell your daddy that you're twerking. That shit's nasty. But if you gonna do, but if you're a young man and you want to take advantage, and you're a young man and you want to take advantage of life moving forward, hold on, in this new America, and you don't want to go into these traditional jobs, you better create something that you can present to the world. Because everybody ain't gonna be able to talk.
Let me clarify something real quick. Let me clarify something real quick. Right? Remember, when I asked the question, I said I'm going to use an extreme example. Don't confuse what I see happening to what I believe and what I do. All right, I'm old school. I was born in Jamaica. I ain't none of my people's on crack. See what I'm saying? I'm from a farm.
That's why I said, no. It's a time of age. It's a time. Brothers, you have American ideology too.
American ideology?
Yes.
Now, I grew up on a farm.
No. But you want to live like the American man. They don't want to get out there and work hard.
He's not saying he's just an example. He posted an example.
Here's what I'm trying to explain to you. I think like you, gentlemen. I have an old school mindset. I think like that.
Then don't trigger me.
But I also understand why the younger generation ain't going to sign up.
Then you don't understand shit then, because like I said, I can go to any Home Depot, any AutoZone. I'm not seeing niggas out there. I see every other race out there working hard.
Carl, y'all are missing the entire point.
I'm literally proving to you why they don't. You feel me?
Y'all are missing the entire point of the conversation.
I just felt triggered because, like I said, 22 years in the police department. Listen, 22 years in the police department and 20 years running my business. Retired twice. I don't have to. I want to. Difference.
I feel that.
But today's generation is too lazy to understand that.
No, here's what I'm trying to show you, right? This is how the numbers really work. JT brought up some statistics about OnlyFans, YouTube. But if you brought up the world statistics about how likely you are to be successful with a 9-to-5 or a business, it's lower than that. You see what I'm saying? Think about it. We got 200 and 300 million people and damn near 500 millionaires. And if we was to take away basketball, oh my God. If we took away sports, what you would realize is success don't come easy. And it's far easier to be successful on YouTube or OnlyFans than it would be for you to go be a nurse. Are you giving up your dignity? Yeah, of course. But see, it's always been designed that way. It's no different, right? Because I grew up in Brooklyn, grew up in Jamaica, grew up in Brooklyn. I know dudes right now who are smart enough to make millions in the game, never been arrested, never have to get no body. Me and my boys talk about all the time. It sucks being a good man out here. Because I'm out here doing the real work. I'm out here going to work, getting my hands dirty, but I'm seeing this nigga pull up Bentley, 3 bitches, nice car, nice watch. He's showing out in the club. So as a younger person, the reason the younger generation ain't listening to you is because their idea of success It's not
Well, then,
your
then
idea.
Hold on, Carl.
well, I tell you what. Hold on, Lee.
But that
So,
same
Lee,
dude,
I'm gonna say this.
that's
I'm
the
gonna
same
say
dude.
this.
We got a young lady up here. We got a young lady up here, Dapper.
Hold on for 1 second. Dapper, tell them young motherfuckers stop calling my phone because they can't afford bail money every time they get in some shit.
All right, listen, fellas. Listen, Dapper.
Yo.
Calm down with the bitches. We got a young lady up here, man.
Oh, I said bitches? My bad.
Yes, sir.
Oh,
Yes, sir.
God.
Yes, sir.
I don't even know I said
No, wait. You don't got to
We're in the
modify. You don't
barbershop.
got to modify for me.
You know
No,
what,
we
Lee?
trying.
I'm
Lee,
fine.
that's why I said it's the barbershop.
Lee,
Hey.
this is the barbershop. I'm not playing that, bro.
No. We gotta at some form. If we gotta become what we're trying to
You
do,
know
what we're
what?
showing.
You wasn't in the
And so no, we
barbershop.
can't. Hold on, Carl. You like let me finish, Carl. You gotta be triggered and
You
also
wasn't
willing
in the
to learn.
barbershop.
Carl, you also hold on, Carl. Listen, there are barbershops that allow this, but let's be realistic. When we look at this picture that you're painting, Carl, nobody's disagreeing with you. What we're saying is the teaching methods that you're using needs to be updated, like JT said. Now, I said that earlier before they came on. I'm saying to you, you're teaching what you learned then. What you learned and how you learned it is not the same way they're doing it now.
Right.
That's what we're saying, Carl. If we're going to talk to these young folks and teach them how to do things, we have to learn how to speak their language.
All
Because
right. So I'm
hold
ask you
on,
a question.
let me finish.
Lee, stop being.
No, Carl, let me land.
You got to give me a dosage.
No, what I'm saying is, if I come to them and all I'm talking about is history, what I did back in my day, and the average young person today is going to look at you like I'm bored.
All right. You know what? I'm going to use.
I have no reason to listen to you. Hold on, Carl. Let me
Man,
finish,
it.
Hold on. The majority of folks our age. Hold on. The majority of folks our age. This is one thing I'm gonna say to you. The credibility for us to counsel these young kids nowadays is where it lands.
Yeah.
We are not showing them. Just now, hold on. You might be the person that can show them. But when a young man talks to another man, the majority of us, the type of success, the credibility that we're showing them based off of what we're trying to show them to do, we don't have it.
You know what? I'm going to choke you. JT.
No, let's be honest. Do we?
Listen,
we're talking about
JT.
our diaspora.
Stop.
We're talking about us. We're talking about us.
Stop. You're using too many words to make a point. JT, who taught you how to cook?
My mother.
Where did she teach you how to cook?
You're going
At home.
back again to the day.
On a stove, right?
On the stove, yes.
On a stove.
Yes.
JD, who taught you how to cook?
Who taught me how to cook?
Yes.
My mother and my father.
On a stove, right?
Yeah.
So why is this young motherfucker trying to teach you how to cook in the air fryer like a woman would on a first date?
That's a personal Yo, listen. We're
hold on.
Knock it off
right now. We're contextualizing things because of our personal opinion. That's personal opinion.
You trying to teach me how to make a Thanksgiving dinner with a microwave and an air fryer?
Because it can't happen. That's how we're living.
Where it came from?
His example is way over there.
Let me ask you a question, bro.
I'm talking about what Lee just said. Hold on. Lee used every fucking word in the dictionary instead of just making logical sense.
I did make sense. You are old school. You don't know how to do it. Hold on. Dapper.
Hold on. Now I gotta get this one out. Let me get this one out.
Go ahead, bro.
Let me ask you a simple question. Did your mother work?
Not when she was married. Hell no.
Did your father work?
Of course.
How did he get to work?
That nigga took train, bus, subway, whatever the hell he wanted.
Why didn't he ride a horse?
That's easy. That's because technology. Hold on. That's because technology. Because technology.
It's illegal. Hold on, JT. Nigga, because it's illegal to ride a horse.
No, it's not.
Back and forth to work in New York City.
It's not illegal. You can't ride a horse, especially in New York. Carl, you know you're going on.
Listen, do you know
live
what
in the city, Carl.
listen, do you know what it would look like for a nigga to be riding back and forth to work?
The same way it's gonna look like me trying to cook on a fucking wood stove, Carl.
No. Hold on. We missing each other. This is the thing. No, this is the thing. The reason why we don't use horses is because technology has evolved, right?
Okay, so why did so with the air fryer?
Wait, before people was riding.
Why would I not? Your mother didn't have the technology. I guarantee you, if your mother had a fair fryer, she would be using it.
No, my mother. See, that's the
See, there
thing.
you
See,
go.
y'all
Fucking
talk
up.
to us. Hold
You
on.
fucking up.
I got you, Carl. Y'all talk to us like we not still out here living. See, when you say in our time, nigga, this our time too. The difference between you and me is that I just been on this earth longer than you. That's it. Right. So even when it comes down to work, I'm still out here working. And guess who's working right alongside of me? Young folks.
Yeah.
Young folks. Let me tell you what they don't have. They don't invest in life insurance. They don't invest in their pensions. They don't invest. They don't put more than 5% into anything that they're investing in their own, because what they're trying to do is get this thing called the bag. And guess what happened when they get the bag? They go and they waste the bag. So if they have some type of foundation, it goes back to this whole thing of contingency. You have to learn those things. You have to have a foundation, because just because things have changed in the world does not mean that you're supposed to use it without a foundation.
I'm triggered. Stop. Hold on for a minute. Polly, can you hear me? A young man is inviting you over to dinner. He looks good, he smells good and everything. But he is offering you macaroni and cheese that he made out of a microwave or air fryer. Is that date continuing?
Carl, listen, I'd go. I'd go.
How would you know that, Carl?
But most ladies wouldn't go. Is that fair?
That's not.
How would you know that, Polly? How would you know that?
That's not true. That's how most ladies cook.
What I'm saying is, this is the point I'm making.
Did you just say that? Hold wait, Carl. Did you just say that's how most ladies cook?
Yeah,
bruh.
Hold on, I'm asking the question. How would she know that, Carl? Your question is loaded. How would she know that?
Because she's Jewish. She's Jewish and she likes things cooked in front of her.
But how would she know?
What do you mean she likes things cooked in front of her? You coming up with these one-way scenarios.
What I'm saying is, listen to the point I'm making. I know what I'm talking about. There's a difference between showing someone you know how to cook by being in front of the stove. They watching you, how you, all of that. Versus you talking about, let me just pop this in a damn microwave or the air fryer and we're going to sit down and eat with a bottle of wine. Bro. It may be a nuance. It may be nice. And I got an air fryer. I love it. But that still doesn't take away the respect I have of cooking on the stove.
But that's the respect you have.
You have.
The younger generation don't care about that, bro.
Hold on. You gotta understand. Most of us on here grew up with stove.
Me too.
Hold up. Then came microwave. Then came air fryer and George Foreman grills and all that stuff. So you gotta look at it like that. We went through all that, but but the main statement of it is we prefer the stove.
Everybody still. This is the craziest thing. Everybody still prefers the stove. Everybody still prefers the stove because you wouldn't have all these TikTok videos and all of that of people cooking on the stove.
Right, hold on for a second.
I want every Starbucks shut down.
Carl,
fuck that. We going back to original coffee and fuck all these Starbucks and fuck all this different type of wine. Listen, we going to go back to drinking water from Listen, we got to go back to the regular coffee. We got to go back to drinking water from the fire hydrant like we did when we was kids. I don't want to hear the bullshit.
Why not? Let's go back to Stone Age. Let's go back to you know what I'm saying? Like, let's get tampons.
Hold on for a second.
Let's just go all the way back.
I'm gonna be honest. I don't want to see two niggas kissing on a commercial.
Carl, you're being triggered for no apparent reason. Listen to it.
What the hell are you talking about?
We agreed with you from the get-go. All we said to you was to combine the teaching aspects of your generation and this generation for better communication. Let me put it that way.
I heard that loud and clear. But what I'm saying is the younger generation don't want to hear that shit. Listen, I'm gonna show an example. Everybody in here, I want you to go to a teenager and tell them to iron their clothes and watch what happens.
Carl, you keep giving negative
My son will go
correlations.
iron his
This is
clothes.
why
But
we're
damn, I'm not
saying.
worried about that.
This is why we're saying.
Wow.
Combine
See,
your
look,
from the old school.
look.
Combine
You
from the
see
old
that,
school
right?
and the
He
way of
got a
communication
schemer.
today. That's the
So-
only way. That's what we're trying to figure out in our diaspora. Because listen to what I'm saying to you. Listen to what I'm saying to you. And you use Polly as an example. If you were communicating to a young lady from an aspect, you can't use this demeanor you have to talk to a young lady because automatically she's going to be like this.
Okay.
And that's also somebody you can mentor.
We know, don't do it.
Don't
You know,
listen, I'm
I'm
saying to you,
trying to
you
be
can't.
nice,
You
but
can't.
you're really making me
Please
come
don't
out.
do it.
Like,
Come
what
on,
the hell are you
Carl.
talking
Come on,
about?
Carl. Let's be
We're not in
realistic.
church, bruh.
We're not, but we're in the real world. We're in the real world. And the real world, this is the reason
So
why
what do
the
we
youngest don't.
what do we have the contention? Where are we in contention? Where do we disagree with each
I'm
other?
gonna tell you
That's
where
what
we
I'm trying to show you.
disagree.
His old school rhetoric. Yes. There's a newer way of teaching it. You can't
Well, there
do the
wouldn't be
same
no
old
new
school.
school if it wasn't for
See,
old
see
school.
what I'm saying?
Not arguing that.
That's
Okay.
what I'm trying to explain to you, Carl. You're arguing the same thing I'm telling you. That's a contention.
No, the argument is the respect level of it. I respect
It
the
goes both
old
ways,
school.
Carl. It goes both ways.
That's
You gotta
why
respect that
today
youngin.
I
You
will
gotta
still
respect that
sit.
youngin.
Bro, open the
Listen,
door, bro.
You
that's
gotta
why
respect that youngin.
I
I
told
will
Cam leave the
sit
door open,
down.
bro.
I will sit down today and enjoy peanut butter and jelly or cream of wheat. That's a pay homage respect to the younger days when
Is that
motherfuckers
okay?
couldn't
I
eat
can't be
nothing
having
but
my brother. Just
oatmeal.
come give me a hug, bro. Come give me a
What
hug,
the
bro.
hell?
Dap on mute.
Dap,
Dad, what are you doing?
Dap on mute.
give me a hug, brother. Give me a hug, brother.
Yo,
I love you,
take that
dog.
down. Take that down, please.
Hey,
Oh,
Evo,
bring
mute
the
him.
glasses
Evo,
out.
mute him real quick, please.
Evo,
A little
take that
short
down.
ass
We don't
dad.
play
You
that.
gotta lean more. Feel me? You got.
I'm trying to hit you with a 1-inch punch.
Yo, take that
He's Bruce
down.
Lee. Shit, I'm on here, my podcast in here.
Dap on mute. Dap on mute.
Boy, I'm gonna kick the
Bro,
shit out of
you
you.
gotta mute, bro. We hear that your
Dad,
whole
where do you
conversation.
think you at, man?
That's my brother, man. He came home acting crazy, talking
I
about.
don't give a damn. Mute that shit. What's wrong with
Carl.
you?
All right. Look, listen. All right, so let's come off of that real quick and move the conversation along a little bit.
Most def.
Let's move that conversation along. So, and we're keeping it in our diaspora, right?
Mhm.
How about when it comes to relationships, the black man and the black woman, right? What accountability on each side do we have right now for that dissection? Meaning, hold on, let me finish, let me land. Meaning, is it ever going to work between the black man and the black woman coming together?
No. I'm sorry. Hell no.
Why you say it's not gonna work?
No interdependency skills.
So when you say interdependency, I want you to describe what that means to you.
Are you really kidding me?
No, I'm not. I actually want to know your definition to what you mean.
No,
by
it ain't my definition. You find a dictionary and look it up.
I mean, I can Google it, but
Then
here's
that's
the
all
thing,
you got to
right?
do. That's all you got to
Communication.
do. That's
So
all you
hold
got
on.
to do. You don't
So
ask
watch.
me about
So
what
Carl,
I think it
Carl,
is.
I'm not gonna hold you. I promise you right now, right? I'm saying this because I love you. You can't coach or mentor people. When your communication is not what I say, it's what the other person hears. So if you're saying something, but I'm not hearing what you're saying, we're never going to be on the same page. So you use the word a lot, right? But there's a lot of times where, like, perfect example, my ex, we was talking and she said, the reason this didn't work is because she wasn't emotionally secure. So I said, what the fuck does that even mean? Like, tell me what does emotional security look like to you? She started describing agreement. I said, I will never give you that. When you're wrong, you're wrong. You think emotional safe space is me agreeing with how you feel. I don't need to agree with how you feel. You shouldn't feel that way. But I know that you do feel that way, but I'm not going to cater what I'm doing to your feelings. So I realized there were two different definitions of what she was saying. That's what we don't have a communication problem. Everybody know how to talk. We have a comprehension problem. We don't know what each other is saying. So what I'm trying to tell you when it comes down to the younger generation, you can't talk your language and expect me to learn it because you learned that shit in the 60s. It's 2024. We won't even use the same lingo you use. Bad used to mean bad. Now bad means good. You don't know what a fucking 304 is, but that's a hole. That used to call them tricks.
Hold on. You went too far. Hold on, Dapper.
He's
You
trying
weren't
to
going
trick
there,
me.
yay, bro.
You know,
Where
he's
you
on.
going
really
with
trying.
that?
Dapper,
Let me explain something. Hold on, let me.
You do understand y'all got that 304 from our generation, right?
I understand, but what I'm saying is, right, a fad, it means it's something that we already had. I got you.
No, but it was still used in the same. It was still used the same way as what you guys. You guys just came back and just started using it. We've always. It ain't even been that long since we used. It was used when we had beepers.
Yeah.
When we had beepers, right? And
That
it
was
was
a code.
communicated.
That was a code.
And depending on where you were in the US, right? It meant something different, right? 304 used to mean when you tell your homeboy, if you out there in the street and you put 304 and you would say 911, right? 911, 304s. Oh, they got hoes over there.
Yeah.
That's what it was. Or a female got mad at you and she used to put 304. And that's basically what it was. You a hoe, right? You know what I'm saying? So you guys got it from us, and this was the craziest part. Y'all didn't even know where y'all got it from. Because it took somebody to sit back and tell y'all that it came off of a calculator. I was like, hell no.
Yeah.
It didn't come from a calculator, it came from a beeper.
I just wanted to address Dapper when he
Yeah.
said that I couldn't mentor. Do you know how long I've been mentoring young men?
How long?
Very long.
Okay, now, simple question.
Over 20 years. Now, this is something that I want you to understand, young man. I don't have to tell you the meaning. That's why there's dictionaries in the room, and I make them do their own work. You want to know something? Read the definition for yourself. Just because I'm explaining the definition doesn't mean your interpretation is going to be the same. Read it, understand it. Then you can come back to me.
That part. He's right now. Carl is contradicting himself.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like you basically.
We're not gonna call. I can't let you slide with that one, big bro.
Come on now.
You know why? Because you just literally said the dictionary. You learn it, you read it. That's what the definition is, and blah blah blah. If you want him to learn and understand where you're coming from, you gotta know how to speak his language. Right. We just said that. You can't tell him now you're giving him the right to contextualize the word. Now he's gonna say the word blah 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 means this in his own language.
Oh, so that was the point that you was making with the 304 Dapper. That was the point you was making with the 304.
Because I remember 304 on the calculator, you turn it upside down. So I'm old enough, but I'm young enough. You feel me?
Hey, hold on, fellas. Hey, Polly, question for you. I know you've been up here, the only young lady. I need you to chime in, man. What do you think from a female's perspective? Fellas, let her land. What do you think we as men and women need to do in our diaspora to bring it back together?
Did you say that one more time? I'm sorry.
From a woman's perspective, what do you think as men and women in our diaspora we need to bring it back together? What do you think? Where we need to start? What's your take on that?
I would say, you guys hear me all right? Because I mean, other stuff going around me.
We got you.
I definitely say there is no trust amongst ourselves at all. Trust, and there's no safety, I think. And I don't mean it like you guys think. I mean it like on both sides. Nobody trusts anybody to actually do what they said they're gonna do. And everybody's thinking someone else is gonna screw them over. So what they do is they hold on to a second plan, so then no one's fully trusting the other person. So
it's fully invested.
Too much contingencies.
There ain't no too much contingency.
Hey, bro,
Would you stop that bullshit?
Hold on, let her land.
She's talking about overprotective vulnerability. That's what she's talking about.
Carl, contingency comes in many forms, bro. You can't knock the man for using You can't knock the man for using the word in his own way when you just told him to look up a word and then make his own definition.
I use it accurately too.
Bro,
that is a contingency.
You know what? One day we're going to have this show in person.
Prenup is a contingency. But if a prenup is necessary right now, it's 100% necessary right
Hey,
now.
Just D, you gotta laugh. Just D over here
Like I
laughing.
said, what I heard Polly say, trust issues. People are overprotecting their vulnerability. That's why they can't have interdependency skills.
But that is an interdependency
The
skill
skill.
because it's understanding
Nigga.
that I'm my own individual. I'm different from you, and I require different things. It's the height of interdependency.
But
That's why it's not working.
It's
It's the
on the
height of it.
highest spectrum of
It's the highest form of interdependency.
It's
Interdependency,
the highest form.
interdependency, whether you're male or female, you understand that the person you're sleeping with is willing to wipe the shit from your ass if you sick.
I say like this. I've
How
always
is that
been.
interdependency?
Hold up. I've always
It
been like
is.
What the
this.
fuck you mean? How did that?
If I can't
Go ahead, D.
trust, if the person that's sleeping with you can't trust you, I don't trust you. That's what I see it. And then basically with the interdependency thing, it goes that can go so open ended in so different ways. It's crazy.
Yeah, but what Carl was saying. Come on, Carl, man, come back over here. Y'all fucking with Carl. He
I'm trying,
didn't say
bro.
nothing wrong, bro.
He
What
didn't
he
say
was
that
saying
wrong, but
was
I'm
that.
saying it's just
No, I'm not saying. I'm not saying you said he said anything wrong. I'm just saying that is a form of the interdependency also, because this is the thing. The problem, and let's go ahead and bring it back to what you were just saying, my man. When the question that you was asking, are we going to be able to make it women and men, black women and black men? It is definitely it's a problem that we have right now because of that. The interdependency is at an all-time low, and the thing is that ultimately it's what Carl just mentioned. We have to get to the point where, guess what? Somebody gonna end up being sick.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what happens after somebody end up being sick? They die. So when we're talking about this whole thing in marriage, we're talking about dating, we're talking about all these different things. We miss a lot between women and
Mm-hmm.
men. And one of the reasons is because first and foremost, we don't understand what dating is, the purpose of dating. We don't have a major purpose in dating, right? Because it's supposed to be dating, and then right after dating is what? When you are very interested in that
Right.
person, is courting, right?
It's supposed to be an investment, not a convenience.
Yes. So this is the thing. When you're courting, that is a community thing. Courting is not just the two people. It's the whole community. It's both sides of the family. It's the
Mm-hmm.
people that you live around. That's what courting actually. Think about the word court.
Okay.
Everyone is witnesses, and you're on a court. That's what courting actually is. So what has to happen is that there has to be participation from everyone in your community. We lack that. This is the reason why we won't have the things that we would have when it comes down to
Mm-hmm.
family anymore, because we lost the definition of all these things when it comes down to relationship and
Right.
marriage.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's
How is
basically where
it?
we are at.
Not the ones trying to mess your shit up because they're fucked up. Okay, we ain't talking about that. There are people that want you to be just like them, miserable, single. Girl, you don't need him. Come on. All I'm saying is the interdependency that I was raised on, that I was taught, and that I witnessed growing up is the same thing I'm talking about right now. When you invest in somebody, you know, not think, not feel, you know they will wipe the shit from your ass if you were sick. And I posted
Carl,
a video the other day. Listen carefully because this is very important. I challenge a lot of black people because there's a video where this old man is strapped to a bed and the sun is going off because y'all not giving him proper care. I'm watching this video and says, wait a minute, how many of you dudes, how many of you chicks out here have somebody that will advocate for you when you cannot advocate for yourself?
Talia be dropping nuggets, boy. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah.
But this is the thing also. This is the other thing. Again, the courting part, right? So what we're having right now is in my generation, Generation X, there's a lot of baby boomers that are old and they're weak and they're suffering from ailments and illnesses. And one of the biggest things that they're suffering from right now is dementia. So this is the problem. This is where the deficit comes in. You have children that don't want to take care of their parents because of how the parent treated them while they were doing well, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's in Generation X. What do you think is going to happen once you get to Generation Z? Once you get to, because millennials and X is right there with each other. What do you think is going to happen with your generation if things continue to be the way that they are right now? And you don't have family and you don't have the things that are what we call old, traditional.
And that's how we lost
You're going
every
to
one of them
die.
brownstones in Harlem because the
All right,
young
all right,
generation did not pick up the ball. They
all right.
dropped it.
Listen,
So,
Whoa,
so, so,
whoa, hold
so,
up. Let me call a big timeout real quick.
no,
yes.
hold on. Let me finish this right here. Let
Go
me
ahead,
finish
brother.
this
Go ahead,
because
brother.
what I want people to understand is that the reason why we have relationships and date and all these different things and marriage and things like that is to contribute to the community.
Yes,
We ain't
I agree.
marrying. We're not contributing to a community. Why?
exactly.
Because we got what we got right now. We just got a bunch of people living in different places. No community, no commune. There are no
Not at all.
unity. There's nothing that's happening. It's going to get worse if we don't change it. At
Unless they
least
get
we
unless
take
they get
some of the
something out of it.
principles, right? And at least we take some of the principles, not all of them, but some of the principles and the foundations that had a family and a community to be able to build with one another.
So can I? Oh, let me do this real quick because I wanna real quick uh, share a personal. I wanna share a personal story as to how I know like the way y'all want to fix it. It's not going to get fixed because I'm a firm believer. The Bible says to seek the old path because the new ways lead to destruction. I agree with that shit wholeheartedly, 100%. I would much rather prefer to live my life on a farm, growing my own food. So it don't matter if it's COVID, swine flu, or World War III. I'm good. My family can eat. Okay, but I'm gonna tell you something, right? My mother, her parents beat her growing up, beat her pretty bad. All right, my mother is a fantastic mother. Okay, when I look at the Bible and I look at what a wife is, my mother embodies damn near all of that. She got some stuff to work on, right? But one of the reasons it was so hard for me to date is because I'm looking at these women like, hey, they not my mother. They don't compare. But here's something that my mother did that I didn't like, right? My dad was pretty hard on disciplining me. He did make me read the dictionary. I thought this nigga was fucking crazy. Nigga, the PlayStation 2. I'm out here writing words like I'm motherfucking Malcolm X. It
I
took
did
me
the
the hell
same thing.
off.
I did the same
It
thing.
got so bad that when I was about 13, 14, my mother told my dad to stop disciplining me. I'm going to explain something to you. Until I left and moved to Florida, my dad didn't talk to me. My dad straight up told my mom, oh, if that's the case, fine, I'm done with him. If I can't discipline him and raise him the way that I want him raised, I'm not going to talk to him. He came home and talked to my sisters. He came home and helped my cousins with their homework. When I say he didn't say shit to me, he didn't say shit to me. My dad stood on that. It wasn't until later on when I got older where I'm like, Mom, you kind of messed up because I'm already smarter than my entire class. I don't learn shit in school because my dad was homeschooling me. I didn't get to play outside like everybody else because my dad made sure I was ahead of the curve, way ahead of the curve. You see me? So now I look at it and I realize that my mother said she did that because she decided she wasn't going to raise her or her kids like her parents raised her. Then I said, Mommy, then why you expect to have a good product then? You came out good. Why wouldn't you raise me the same exact way your grandpa raised you? That'll make sense. But see,
Because she
everybody keeps
saw or
changing
know
and
something
modifying
that
it,
she
right?
didn't.
And it's
She
making
saw
this shit
something or
worse.
know something she didn't want to share with you. There are
Exactly.
always a story that can be an experience. It could be a trauma, something that is withheld. This is why a lot of families have secrets that nobody will ever know, even on a deathbed,
Yeah.
Okay,
because we
okay,
don't
all right,
share it. We share the good part, but we don't share the struggle and the bad parts.
okay.
Cool. I get that, right? I get that. But let's look at how my scenario is true for the generation. We beat our children less because we got beat. We don't want to do that. I'm beat the fuck out my kids. I can't wait. I tell
All right.
myself this all the time. I know why I'm gonna beat my kid. Like I'm gonna talk to my child because he's gonna be smart. He's coming for me. But if you do something to endanger your life or somebody else's life, I'm gonna beat you. I have rules. I'm not going to spare the rod and spoil the child. I went all the way back to the book and said, I didn't create me. If God created me, who do I look like trying to rewrite the rules? He already set it up. So I'm just gonna follow what he said. But there's so many people who won't do that.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. I always say.
My sister tried to be my niece's friend, and it's like, yo, what are you doing? You're her mother. I gotta come sometimes and be like, yo, who that? You ain't gonna talk to my sister like that because they're their friends.
They're friends.
Because they're so afraid of they want the child to like them. Are you crazy? You're not gonna like me, but when you're 25, 30, you're gonna love me, and that's what I'm aiming for. I don't want to raise a child. I want to raise an adult. See what I'm saying?
I want to say something back to Lee real quick. Lee,
all right, go ahead, brother.
I love the question. It does have its challenges, but I'm gonna stand on what I stand on. It's never gonna change, and I'm gonna tell you why. We can't even get women to understand who goes first: God, husband, man, or child.
Okay,
I'm just saying that. We can't even get that straight universally or even in a majority. And I'm talking about the Black community. A lot of Black women in 2025 don't believe that the child is after the man. So
you know why?
here's your answer. It don't matter why. It don't matter why.
No, it does matter why, because that's what they're taught.
You don't know what's wrong with
what they're taught.
Why absolutely matters.
Hold on.
That's why because that's what they're taught.
Just D, what you saying? Go ahead.
What happened?
No, go ahead.
No, he was saying what you say?
What was that?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
All right, no, it's what they're taught. A lot of these women out here are taught that. Yeah, and you have to understand that. A lot of women out here taught, nah, you gotta go for yours. Fuck the man, fuck the child, or fuck the child, fuck the man, and just take care of your kid.
That's the easy fix, though.
No, it's not.
Maybe she's not the man. Hold on.
Not when it's ingrained. Not when it's ingrained.
Maybe she's not the woman for you. Maybe she's not the woman. She's not a woman for you. Move on.
That don't mean nothing. But it's still. You got to think though. It may not be for me. For me personally, for me personally, it's God. Then if I had a wife, then my wife, and then my kids. But right now, if I don't got nobody, it's God and my kids, and then my family.
Okay.
But then, but the whole thing is with me, it's the fact of I've had a wife.
Yeah. But Elevated said the right thing, and this is where a lot of folks they come short at. You get rid of them. You ignore them. See, we give it a lot. We give that type of we give that type of behavior too much energy, and we're complicit. The men, we're complicit. At the end of the day, if you're talking about doing something different, then that's what you guys have to do. The younger generation, you got to date different.
Now we can't.
Damn sure do. What do you mean you can't? Bullshit.
Hold on, I want to see where he's going with this.
Clean this shit up.
Listen. So here's the thing, right? We have to understand the difference between understanding what we want versus understanding what it is. We can't date the way y'all date because the 304s taught our women how to date men. But your mother taught y'all how to date women.
No, that's not true. That part is not true.
Let me ask you. I want you to finish this phrase. It ain't tricking if.
You got it.
Okay, that's bullshit.
Yeah, but that wasn't from. Let me tell you something. That was not from the regular dudes. Yeah, that came from.
That.
Hold on. It came from pimps. Yeah. They were marketing to tricks. Listen, listen. No, because what you're saying is that was a saying that was engraved into the normal dudes that was out. No, it wasn't. It ain't tricking if you got it. It was a strip club, a pimp thing, and it was adopted from the millennials. And then you guys start talking about it like it was gospel. We ain't never seen that. First and foremost, our generation did not look. Listen, our generation, the majority of men did not look at pimps as some dope ass
Something to
nigga.
look up to. Yeah.
Yeah,
We
I
looked at them
agree
as
with
the
you,
scum
but
of the earth. Now the
you're going the
problem
wrong
was
way.
no. Listen.
No,
I'm not.
hold on. I gotta say this so you know what I'm saying. I gotta say
Because
it.
you said the wrong thing. It ain't tricking if you got it. That's a
No.
2000 shit right
You
there.
present it. Listen,
Hold up.
you
Listen
let
to
me
what
let
I'm
me say,
telling you, right?
Dapper.
Listen
You
to what I'm telling
present
you.
it like it looks good,
No,
and then when I
hold
taste
up.
it, it
Stop
doesn't.
going the wrong direction. That's not where I'm going with this at all.
All
Right?
right, go ahead.
Hear me out. When was the last time you tried to date a 24-year-old girl?
I've never.
I will never do that,
Why?
bro. I got a
Okay,
28-year-old daughter.
Okay, how
I got a
many times?
24. I got a 28 and a
Okay,
24-year-old daughter.
okay. So what I'm gonna do now is let y'all understand something. See, I'm the subject matter expert here. Y'all don't know what the hell y'all talking about.
I guarantee I know more than you
I
do.
guarantee I know.
I guarantee I know more than you do.
You know what?
Date the women that's in my age
Dapper,
group.
But you
Dapper.
gotta understand what you talking about
Don't try
dating.
to cover him.
Hold
Please don't
on.
try to
What he's
cover
trying
him.
to, because I'm gonna let you
Dapper,
say
you're
what
about
you
to
gotta
get
say.
canceled.
I'm gonna let you say what you have to say. But let me tell you something. This is the thing. We raised these young women, so we've seen it. We've been in the dating game. This is the craziest thing. Y'all keep thinking that
We're not your age.
we were dating back in the 70s and we just stopped dating in 75. That ain't how this go, bro. It is not. We've seen the world change over and over and over. You just seeing it changing. We
Right.
done seen some drastic fucking changes. Now we can. That's why I said we have to reconcile this. You can't look at us and say, "Well, I'm the expert in this because I dated them." Because this is the thing. When you're talking about that, I can tell you right now, those cats that's your age and younger, y'all having nothing but problems with these women. Y'all ain't having nothing but problems with these women. It may not be you. It may hold on. It may not be you. It may not be you by yourself, but I'm talking about collectively.
Fair.
Collectively, y'all having problems. I ain't never in our generation, we ain't never had no women calling us incels, bitch ass nigga.
Yeah,
The ones that was using that had that because they were out there. That's why you got so many of these women that's out here saying bitch ass nigga and shit like that because they had those mamas. But those women were shamed.
Yeah.
Women shame nowadays?
Yes.
No.
I'm talking about.
Hold on.
No, I said back
I
then.
think you're talking about different type of shame.
I have a buddy. His shirt
Yeah,
says "Bring Back
Different type
Shame."
of shame.
Right? He's called MTR. You should check out his shit.
that's
He's
my
like
dude.
MTR.
I got him. I know
Okay,
who he
cool,
is.
right? His sweater, "Bring Back Shame." I say this all the time, right? When Potty was up there, I tell my older women friends and the younger women, I say, hey, look, you know why women act the way they do? Because older women ain't telling them they stupid and they're not going to listen to a man.
I agree with that.
It takes one of these older women because I told my girl, I'm going to start an obedience school. I have a goal by 50. I'm gonna start an obedience school. You can bring your wife in, and we're gonna get her right. I know y'all are laughing, but it's necessary.
No. But I'm not laughing. No, I'm not laughing because I want to have a conversation. This is my whole pushback to that, though.
Hold on.
The thing is that shaming has to come from mama and daddy.
Hold on. Who's talking? Hold on.
Go ahead. I'm sorry, bro.
My bad. I want to address something. Life School podcast said we had Dolomite, Shaft, Scarface, and we was heavily influenced. Look, you just put a hero with a pimp and a drug dealer.
Wait,
We wasn't looking up to these
wait.
Hold on.
This shit is crazy.
Let's get it straight. Hold on, Lee. They were classic movies. We appreciate them, but we didn't look up to them. We didn't emulate them.
Exactly.
Yeah. Hold on for a second. Before we go there, Just D, let's finish that topic first because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I do literally want to get into that because there's a question I want to ask based off of that too.
Y'all just love triggering me. I swear, this show.
Let's land that plane with the previous conversation.
Okay.
Hey, Evo, keep that comment up, Evo.
Land my plane, right?
Keep that comment, Evo. But go ahead, I think JT and Just D was talking and Dapper was having that conversation.
Yeah. Man, my bad.
So she kind of threw me off with that. But when we're talking about that whole thing of shame, bring back shame, this is my point. The problem that we have, again, it goes back to the synergy that mom and dad doesn't have and their influence on the children, right? They end up being adults. You yourself, brother, I swear to God, you're going to be just wasting money trying to have an obedient school. The only people that can deal with the whole thing of shame is the community. The problem that we have is that we don't have that anymore. We have broken communities. We have people that's trying to, we pension and trying to keep our family together and stuff like that, but they keep going this far out. The reason why women are not listening to men is because y'all are strange men. The
Yep.
person that these women are supposed to listen to is the man that's the head of the family, the head's uncle, dad, grandfather, great granddad, cousin, the man next door, the men that's there. And the women, guess what they would end up doing? Upholding all of these principles that's there. Because the women are the ones that used to be the shamers. The women were the ones that that's a damn shame. She coming out here with her ass out like that. It wasn't the men. The men were the ones that already had standards.
The
A
ones that were
man,
listen,
the
JT.
ones that
We're
came, the
talking
ones
about
that
the
came in. Oh, go ahead, bro.
no, JT. I'm going with you on it because we're talking about the guy that got it together versus the guy looking for a woman to help him get it
Come
together.
on, man. You
All
can
right.
delineate. Can delineate them, didn't you? When we used to hear our parents tell us, "You better stay out there out of them goddamn men face." Them young ass 14-year-olds and they father say, "If I fuck around and I see you out here with your fast ass out here being
Mm-hmm.
fast and shit like that, I'm gonna get your ass." Right?
Of
That was
course,
what it was, and somebody gonna tell him. Somebody is going to tell him what you doing out here in these streets. But from generation to generation, those things end up being
And,
severed.
and,
Why?
and
Because women and men start to leave each other, divorce each other. Most people, this is the craziest part. Do you understand in the black community that most people wasn't even legally married? They were just living with each other.
So,
Common
so,
law marriage.
so, JT, I'm gonna digress, and I'm gonna come back at you with this.
You couldn't
Mhm.
I'm
hear
gonna say
nothing
something.
I was saying. That's crazy work.
I'm gonna say something to you. We are sitting here telling, and again, I use the word hypocrite in a very, very long spectrum.
Right.
And in our when I say our age group will be hypocrites because not that we weren't doing wrong, but the wrong wasn't highlighted. We were still doing the things that are being done now and shown more.
Mm.
You got to realize that even it was okay in our diaspora, in our age group in the 60s, 70s, based on how we were marginalized as the diaspora. Some things were okay within black people's culture, within our culture, right or wrong.
wrong.
Yeah.
No, no, you can't.
What he's saying is that I get what you're saying. It was some things that wasn't authentic or it wasn't orthodox,
No,
but
Exactly.
we gave it a pass.
We gave it a
no,
pass.
no. It wasn't a path. Listen, we all as black people, we knew, and everybody over 40, 40, especially over 45 can relate to this. Just because you can doesn't mean you should. We respected that.
Hmm.
Y'all make just because you could doesn't mean you should.
Hmm.
Okay? We respected that boundary, that invisible boundary. We wasn't saying fuck it, I could do what I want to do. You understand? The younger generation today don't believe in respecting that doctrine. They
Yeah,
Well,
don't.
because it's YOLO. I only live once. So here's the thing,
Once.
right? And this is what I'm trying to
That's
explain to
their
you
motto.
guys,
That's
right?
their motto. We had our own.
This is what I'm trying to explain to y'all, right? When what used to be valuable to a woman, all you needed was a job. That's it, bro. You could have worked you could have been a butcher and support a family of four. Just you. That's not the case no more. That was back when houses were 23,000. The U.S. market, the housing cost has gone up 400%, but our income that we made has only gone up 20%.
Or
So
down, depending on your job market.
you feel me? So what I'm trying to explain to y'all is the job that you had to get your wife was fuck. Carl, stop shaking your head. You didn't grow up on Instagram. You didn't grow up seeing ass cheeks all day.
Sorry,
You
I
didn't
got
grow up
you.
seeing other girls get tricked on and you wondering why you can't get a trick. I'm trying to explain to you why every female thinks she's a 10 right now and why she feel like she deserves a freaking millionaire. This is
You're
the thing.
talking
You
about.
can't fix a
You're talking
car
about.
if
But
you
this is
don't
the
know
translation.
what's
This is
wrong with it, Carl.
this is what I'm translating from what you're saying. There's a difference between pacify and temporary versus a person with long-term thinking and investment.
What you mean by temporary? You got girls
Well,
out here right now.
you got a lot of temporary chicks out here that only
Hold up.
with you for when you got
Why?
money.
So
Listen,
so
Let me
so
say,
let's
hold
go
on,
to
hold
what
on,
he was just
JT,
Or when
saying
JT,
though.
JT. Look at what I just said before, and y'all know me. I always say fuckable versus keepable for a reason.
Mhm.
Fuckable is just pacified for the moment. Keepable is an investment for long term, which means that woman, I trust her with my life. She'll wipe the shit from my ass if I was sick. She knows how to take care of things if I'm incapacitated. All
Mhm.
of that. That's
Carl, tell me where
investment.
I can find one of those women.
See, that's the
You
whole
have
thing right
see,
there.
this is the thing. Y'all
That's the thing
motherfuckers
right there.
don't know
You
where to
don't have
shop.
that. You don't have that right now. If you do, it's very rare in your age group.
See that?
No,
So
no, no,
so
no,
so
no,
this is
no,
what
So
I'm
no,
that's
no.
trying
what
to
he
Don't
was
do
explain
saying.
to
that.
you.
Don't
That's
do
what he
that.
was
Carl,
Don't
saying.
do that. Don't do that. You ask a very valuable question. The same question I hear from women. Where do I look for them? Nigga, first of all, let's go back to the basic. 80% of black niggas do not want to meet the father of the woman they trying to fuck. Let's start that right there.
You right.
Right.
Let's start there. Why don't y'all go to the colleges? Why don't y'all go
Carl,
to the places where virgins are still around?
where did I say, Carl? These girls are losing their virginity at 14. What you talking about, Carl? Carl,
Wait,
what you
hold
talking
on,
about,
hold
Carl?
on, hold on, hold on, hold
I'm gonna keep
on.
it up.
I
Bro,
want
I'm
to
gonna
go
keep
back
it
to
up
what
with
you
you,
were
bro.
just saying, Dapper. I want to go back to what you were just saying. Let's get to that point again. What you were just saying about what y'all had in front of y'all, Carl. Let's let him go with it. Let's let him go with
Listen,
it.
right? So
Go ahead.
listen, right? I remember what it was. If I wanted to see it like that, you got to go to Freak Me. I had to go to a particular spot. It wasn't
Frequently.
me online, right? And this is the thing. Y'all talking about men. I'm talking about the women.
Yeah,
Just like when I
let's go
said
to women.
earlier,
Let's go
if
to
it ain't
women.
tricking if you got it, I'm not talking about the men. We weren't trying to be tricks, but that's what the women are hearing. So all the women are, bro, just go talk to these young girls, bro. Talk to
No,
them and see what they tell you.
no.
Oh, you don't make 200,000? You can't talk to me. You want my number? Here's my
That's
Zelle.
not
I don't have
absolute.
that
You
problem.
need listen.
You feel me?
That's not
What I'm trying to
absolute
explain to you is,
because you might hear that from a 25-year-old. But I also could see 25-year-olds talking about let's get married before we have this child. It depends on where you're shopping at. Just like I tell the women,
oh,
you
bro.
said, listen, women are
So
looking
why we
for
got so
husbands.
much young
Listen,
girls with 3 babies already under
because
25?
women are
If
looking
what
for.
you saying
Listen,
exists
the
in such a
chicks.
wonderful way, why
Listen,
don't the numbers
listen.
support that?
Listen, chicks are trying to find husbands in clubs. They're not going to formal dinners. They're not going to marinas and golf courses because they know it's predatory behavior. We're
They not
only
looking for
going for,
husbands, Carl.
listen, we're only going for what we know we can get over on that's easy. We're not trying to invest. We don't have long-term thinking. We don't have interdependency skills. So we just want the nigga that we can control dollar store niggas, metrosexual niggas, because we know we don't want to put in the work for the basic man or the quality man.
All right, hold
Okay,
on for a
cool.
second. Hold
So
on.
so
That part.
now
That
watch
part.
this, right? So I'm gonna show you something, right? This is my whole point. If I'm over here helping the younger generation learn what you know, which is how to be a quality ass nigga, but the females are looking for the dudes that they could run over because they don't want to do the work for the quality nigga. What the hell is a good nigga supposed to do, Carl?
All right. So
He's a
Ignore
good nigga.
every
Supposed to
no,
beat
no,
my dude every night, Carl?
no.
That's
no.
what
It's
Hold
you're
on,
supposed to do?
Hold on. Hold
hold
on.
on, hold
One
on.
at a time. One at a
You
time. One at a
what
time.
you do is you maintain the dick discipline. You pass by a lot of the fuckable chicks and only have the antenna up for the keepable. That's it.
So let me ask you a question, right? This girl just married Dwight Howard 2 years ago. Now she divorced him for half his shit. He been out the league for 10 fucking years, and she's about to get half of what he worked for 10 years before she met him. And you're gonna ask the younger generation to sign up for that?
no. So
Well,
this is the problem, and that's what I was just saying
that's
before.
the
And
moment.
you guys hit on it earlier.
I'm done. I'm done.
You have the absence of mother and father in unison being able to rear their own children. This is
Right.
where we have the problem at. They're not being reared. They coming out here. The people in your generation are coming out here, and they just willy nilly. right? That's just basically what it is.
No structure,
So
no lessons, no
yeah.
nothing.
So but it comes from the generation before them.
And that was my whole point when he said the young generation failed. And it's like, nah,
It's
God
not
don't preach.
but it's not just
No,
it's
they
not
did
just
fail.
Well,
this
No,
is
they
the
did
thing.
fail. Hold on,
It's not
KT.
just
They did fail because they had the choice. They had the choice. They choose to follow the leader instead of stand on their own and
so
learn.
yeah,
Hold
so
on. Before I go any further, I want to hear Justice because I got a rebuttal for both of y'all. But go ahead, Justice. I want to hear you first. Go ahead.
All I was saying is that generation did kind of fail at times because they didn't have, like the unison of parents, even if they were separated.
yeah.
So you had to look at it like this. I like I said, I come from, my parents were married, they separated, but my dad made sure he talked to me every day. Like, yo, I'm still here. I don't care where I'm living at, I'm still here. And even like I said earlier, that fear of my kids I got now for them, towards them. If they, like my daughter's mother called me and said, yo, I'm calling your father, she already know I'm coming through, I'm not talking.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So like, even which way, I had that same fear from my dad. Like, I was like, even though they separated, if she say, all right, we'll call your dad. Oh shit. Now I gotta I might catch these hands. I don't know where he's gonna come at me like.
Yeah.
But either which way, my dad was always the 2-time talker. One time I'm going in, and that's it. So I'm like, if I can get past the 1 time talk to me, all right, cool, we good. I ain't gotta worry about nothing. But if I know I done messed up, when plenty times when I done went past that 3rd time, I know I'm getting my ass whooped. So it's like the whole thing. A lot of these kids from that generation, we carry that over, but then it's like, I can say like this: when my oldest daughter, me and her mother didn't communicate, so a lot of stuff happened.
Yeah.
So
So
but now that my daughter's grown, she's like, "Oh, I should listen to you."
same thing with my daughters, bro. It's like when they get to a certain age, pretty much kids let you know. It's kind of like you get your report card from your kids, don't you?
Yeah, exactly.
So
And
it gets a little more easier to have conversations with them once, especially if you're in their life.
Yes.
For them to say, okay, this is the time right now. You have your little family time and stuff like that, and they're going to bring those things out, and then you can reconcile those things by hearing what they're saying. That's why when we're saying, listen, what they got going on right now, it's to a point where you got grown people that have the mindset when it comes down to relationships of 13 and 12-year-olds.
Exactly.
Back
Because
in
they
high
don't
school.
understand.
Yep.
They don't understand the purpose of the relationship. So guess what they did? They did whatever little bit that they learned from the world, whether it was on TV, whether it was family members, whether it was people in a neighborhood. They picked these things up. And then once they start applying these things, they find out that this stuff ain't working, right? But guess what happens? The men end up being quiet. The women end up taking their faults and making their faults be like something like a badge of honor. I'm a single mama. And now what they're doing is saying that they got a roster of men, right? Now what they're saying is that if you can't fuck, then you can't be with me. You can't eat the box. So oversexed, underloved. This is going on both sides right now. And these are not kids anymore. They're adults with kids. So everything is like a cancer that's being transferred from one generation to the next generation.
Exactly.
You can't have no stranger that's out here talking about bringing back shame to somebody they don't know. That has to be done in a community, a family.
That makes sense.
I'm gonna be honest with
Go ahead,
you,
Carl.
and I've said this before, but I really mean it. I think every black person should sit down and watch the movie Claudine, and then write a book report. Because I'm gonna tell you something, there was so many gems between Claudine and Baby Boy that
Yeah.
black people really need to learn from.
Yeah.
If you're talking about direction, since you think you know it all and you're single or you out here, you learn from something from before you.
That's what I had to do. I had to do with my daughter. I was like, yo, you think you know so much? Go ahead out there and see what happens.
Yeah.
I'll talk to you after it's done.
because
And
we're talking about two movies.
when my
The,
daughter turned 18, I told her I'm here for advice and emergencies.
Well, hold on for a second.
the reason why, hold on, Lee. The reason why I bring up these two movies because we're talking about generation, right? When you
Mhm.
look at Baby Boy, we're talking about the '90s. When you're looking at
Yeah.
Claudine, you're talking about the early '70s. Notice the same shit them niggas was going through during that time is the same thing today. And this is why I still stand on it. In 2025, we still got baby boy niggas running around, living off of women,
You
Mm-hmm.
gonna
riding
always
in
have
their,
that.
driving their car,
You gonna
thinking
always
their
have
house
that,
is
though.
their house. Come on.
That's a minority. You gonna always have that within each
That's not a
diaspora.
minority, that's a
That's a
majority.
That's the
minority.
majority,
See,
man.
No, I'm
this is
saying
the
you're gonna
problem
always
right
have
here.
that in that.
I keep
Hold on,
telling
Dapper.
people, man.
Hold
I'll
on,
be
What
right back, y'all.
hold on.
the,
Listen,
the
fellas.
TV is designed to influence your mind, bro.
Facts.
The whole
You say the
reason women
T.
be claiming this abuse bullshit is because of Color Purple. They created a narrative that was so minuscule it didn't need to be talked about, and then all of a sudden, that's how you get this Me Too shit. So now everyone is thinking that that's normal, and it's
Listen,
not, bro.
Dapper. Hey,
It's never been
bro,
that
don't
way.
do it. Let it go. Let it go. Let it go.
You're
Nope.
Listen,
missing the
fellas.
whole
Nope.
point.
Listen,
That's the whole
fellas.
point.
We
When
can
I
keep it
bring
What you
up
faithful
mean
here.
I'm
Claudine,
missing
hold on.
it?
You're missing the
Hold on,
point.
fellas.
Let's
Hold
hold
on for a
on. When you
second.
said
Hold up.
about what
Calm.
TV and movies are, I distinctly said Claudine and Baby Boy for a reason.
Hold on for a second. Hold on for
That
a
was
second, fellas.
reality. That wasn't no made up
Yeah,
of something
fellas.
that black people go through.
That was
People
reality.
actually went through what Claudine was
Fellas,
and
y'all are
Baby Boy.
realizing that subjective is objective. We're talking about movies and
But
POVs of movies.
it was a reflection of reality
For
For you,
how many
Carl.
people, though, Carl? That's the point.
For
But
for
hold
you,
on,
the
listen.
majority,
Dapper.
for the
Fellas,
Hold
hold
up.
majority
on.
of
Let me
black
put it like
people.
this. Another movie he talking about that's like that, Boys in the Hood. At that time,
Yes.
it was a
There's a lot of
reality.
fellas. Listen. We can go into this diaspora a little bit more with these movies. We can talk about the Tyler Perry movies making black women look bad.
I'm not
We can talk
talking
about
about that
no. Listen,
bullshit.
He's not.
listen.
Hold up,
Listen, what I'm
Lee. He's
saying.
not talking about
Let
that.
me
He's
finish.
saying I
We're talking
understand what
about
he's
subjective
saying,
versus subjective. This
but
is movies and your opinions of that. Now let's move the conversation on. We it's almost 11, and we're going to sit here one more question based on everything we talked about tonight, fellas. One more, and the reason why this question comes into play, we talked about. Let's bring it back to the Dolomite Shaft, that era coming up to now. Everything that the younger generation looks at based off of everything like that. If and I'm listen to the question before you answer. You meet a woman, you're introducing yourself to that woman. You can't use your accolades. You can't use anything that you've accomplished. You can't use nothing about history and a black man or nothing else. You have to say, hey, good evening, good afternoon, good morning. My name is Dappa. My name is Carl. My name is Just D. My name is JT. You have to meet them, and introduce yourself at your core with none of your accolades, nothing behind your name. Who are you?
That's easy. That's
it's
easy.
Who
easy.
are you?
That's
That's
easy.
very easy.
That's easy.
Listen,
I've been doing that all
listen.
my life. That's
Exactly.
easy.
You know what you're doing? Single, employed, no kids, lives alone, loves to
We
cook.
just say you
That's
can't
it.
list those, Carl. We just
I
said you
just
can't.
said,
We just
listen,
saying you
you
can't
said
You
list
no
can't,
those,
but you
Carl.
accolade.
hold up, call.
You said
You
no
listening,
accolade.
but that's listening as an accolade though.
That's listen as an accolade, Carl. We just said that, bro. Listen to the
That's
question.
easy. I just talk. I'm not putting no accolades out there. Hey, how you doing?
Single, employed, no kids, live alone,
That's
I ain't
still
love to
accolades,
cook.
Carl.
that's still you still putting your accolades out there, Cole. You just if you can't have a whole decent conversation while saying anything about you, then it's you can't you lost in the game. You lost as soon as you said hello.
No, I said, I could have sworn he said initially, hello, how you
No,
doing?
no.
Yeah, no
It, it,
accolades. No accolades.
it's no
Nothing about
accolades.
not
Oh,
It's
then I
basically
don't know.
no. You just walk in, hello, how you doing? I want to get to know you. My name's Damien. What's yours?
Oh,
And it goes from there.
oh, okay.
Now, if she
Okay.
asks you your accolades, that's when you come out and say it. But either which way, nah, I'm talking to you straight up.
I'm be honest with you. I love simplicity because time matters. So here's the number: single, employed, no kids, live alone, love to cook. Now
still
you make the
accolades. Still
choice.
accolades.
No, the
We
reason
still
why.
listen,
No,
fellas.
listen. The reason why I put it that way, fellas, is because remember, we when I look at today's mindset, a lot of people got an attention span disorder. So naming out something that stands out from everybody else. Certain women of certain mentality is going to say, wait a minute. I don't know too many motherfuckers that are single, employed, no kids, live alone, and love to cook. So that may stand out more to them to call you, to interact with you, as opposed to a guy sitting there doing all of this, and it's not nothing about him being
Carl,
said.
you're rambling, Carl. That's not the goal. Again, you're meeting a woman.
Nigga, how the
You're
fuck you gonna
introducing
tell
yourself.
me and I got the
No, Carl, you're
results?
trying to justify your answer. You can't. No qualifications. Nothing else. You are introducing yourself. No. My name. Nothing behind your name. How do you introduce yourself to that female?
That's all I've ever done, son. It worked for me.
So you say you
Nowadays, you
can't.
just slide into her DMs.
Yeah, right. Nowadays,
See,
say hello on a message or something. It's
It's
like,
so,
just like I
but when you
said, it's
slide in her
all
DMs,
about
what you gonna
Lee.
say?
It's all about standing out differently than what she's used to.
But
And
that's not what we're
trust
talking
me,
about, Carl. That's not what we're talking
what the
about. This is
fuck?
the
I know
question.
what the fuck you talking, and I heard the question 3 times. I'm telling you, in observation learning,
Yeah, but
you
you're
have
going
to
off.
stand out.
Answer the question, Carl.
Man, fuck this shit.
Answer,
I already told you.
What was the question?
I already told you.
What was the question?
Fuck out of here.
oh,
You
answer the
muted. You
question,
muted.
fellas.
Dapper, you muted. Dapper, you muted.
Dapper, you're muted. Dapper,
Dapper,
can't hear you.
you sign language, man.
Can't hear you. Can't hear you. Can't hear you.
We can't
You
hear
muted.
you. We can't hear
Can't
you.
hear you.
Hey, JT, he's talking about at
Right. So boom,
hello.
here's what I'm gonna do,
Is
right?
it
Let me answer the question for you, right?
stop?
Mm-hmm.
So that way you understand. Because the man said you can't list accolades and you're forcing the accolades in the conversation. You then conceded and said, I'm not gonna do it. But now you're still trying to keep up the same talk. So that's kind of not fair. You feel me? You can't have it both ways. You gotta pick one.
What was
So
the
with you
JT,
question?
saying, right?
JT, he
Even
said
with
meet
those
a woman.
accolades, hold up now, hold up. I'm teaching you, right? You want to talk to the young generation. Even with those accolades, the question is, what
Negro,
females at,
please.
right? That's gonna be the first question. The second thing is, I'm gonna answer it, right? No accolades behind my name. Hey, Shorty, how you doing? I like the way you put that outfit together. Where'd you get that from? I'm gonna keep the conversation focused on her. I'm gonna make her
I'm
laugh.
not calling no
You feel
grown
me?
woman shorty.
That's
What
on
we
you,
calling
brother. It
shorty?
works for me. That's cool. I got a 42-year-old girl. Oh, bro, listen, that's okay. You don't have to do it my way. That's just my swag. I'm just letting you know how I would do it. You can call her ma'am and be called lame. That's cool. That's cool. If you need to do
Lame?
that. That's cool. Bro, call a shorty ma'am. Go up to a
I don't even
34-year-old
use
daddy and
ma'am.
call her ma'am. See what
Fellas,
happens.
answer the question.
Ma'am.
We're going off a tangent. Answer the
Okay,
question.
what was the question again? I don't even know what the question.
I said
Yo,
without you can
yo.
listen. Listen to the question once more. Carl, you're the second time around, Carl. Stop being triggered. Sit your behind up, old man. Listen, you got to realize this.
I
You are
do
now
100
introducing
push-ups
your.
every morning, so I can say that's more than most of you niggas with fupas.
I'd
Shut
rather
up,
do
Carl.
10 push-ups
All
a
right?
day, brother, than 100 in the
Some of you
morning.
niggas
Listen.
haven't
So
seen your dick in
hold on.
2 years,
Listen.
so
The
don't call
question
me
is,
an old man.
I'll
All
do
I'm
right?
10
old too.
push-ups
Hey, nigga, I'm
for
old
30
too.
All right,
Take
minutes.
your
And
what's
time
the
on me.
question?
Listen.
What's the question?
So, Jay, all right, Daisy, listen. So the question is this. You meet a young lady and you're introducing yourself. No accolades, no qualifications, nothing behind your name. How do you introduce yourself at the core?
And JT, my response
Carl,
was,
let him answer. Carl, you can't. Don't do that,
I'm
Carl. Let
let the
him
man
telling,
answer.
answer.
no, I'm telling
Let the man
JT what
answer.
my
Let the
response
man
was.
answer,
Can
Carl.
I finish telling JT what my response was because he didn't hear it? I said,
I think he
JT,
heard you.
listen, motherfucker, God, listen,
No, I didn't hear him. I didn't hear him.
I
I
know.
didn't hear him.
I'm triggering Carl. I'm triggering
JT,
Carl for sure. I'm triggering him. My bad. My
my
bad. Go ahead,
res-
Carl. Go ahead, Carl.
my response was single, employed, no kids, live alone, love to cook. That's it.
Still qualifications.
But then I
We
said
said none of that.
that's
No
accolades he's
qualifications.
putting.
No accolades. You're introducing yourself to
Hmm.
a woman. How would you do it with nothing behind your name? You're just saying my name is and
Yeah, I tell him my name is, JT. How you doing? What's your name? And then we go from there.
Simple.
yeah.
We
But
just
hold
go
on.
from there.
But you can't. And you cannot talk about your accolades or nothing.
I,
What's
I,
the
I,
conversation about?
Okay, then you just talk about, you don't have to talk
oh
about.
man! So if you're talking about,
Yo,
so if you're
this
talking about
father,
code approach, homie, I got so many different ways to induct
ooh,
a woman into a code approach. I'll be sitting there talking to a friend of mine, and I'll be like, listen, we'll be just having a conversation, and I just pull her over. Hey, what's your name? Me and him was talking, blah blah blah, this and that. What do you think about it? Right? get her into the conversation or whatever. Or I could say like that cold approach. I don't make it so cold. It like I only got 5 seconds, right?
Exactly.
Exactly.
So the thing is that I don't have to give her any accolades because we talking about whatever's going on in the atmosphere right now. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And then we can get into small talk and stuff like that.
Exactly.
But you know, I done had ways where I'll call a girl what I think her name was. I didn't even ask her what her name. I was like Teresa, you know, blah blah blah. And she be looking at me like my name ain't Teresa. I mean, what's your name? You know, make her laugh and stuff like that. You know, be a little witty or whatever. So you know, it's that's easy. You know.
I think motherfuckers talk too damn
It's not hard.
much.
It's
Loaded
not. It's
question,
not hard
JT.
to approach. It's not hard to approach. For me,
JT,
it's
loaded
not.
question. Loaded
I
question.
think I
Loaded
think dudes
question.
talk too much.
See, that's
Loaded
what I'm
question.
saying. But Carl, you see, your
Loaded
whole
question.
thing
Oh,
is
you
like,
got a squeeze?
I'm gonna tell you how it sounded to me. All right, bitch, this what it is. I got a car. I got no kids. I got this, and that's what you want to do.
You down or
That's
not? You
it.
down or not? Carl.
That's it.
That's it.
You got no
That's
game,
it.
Carl. And so,
Well, I got news for you, young man.
the
I
that
have the
is so.
results to prove that I've never had that issue.
So hold on. That's the
you never
question.
had
That
game?
loaded question, JT.
Yeah.
And I would love for you to follow up and start. Then let's go around the room and then let's get to our final thoughts. But we're behind that.
Mhm.
Do you think that black men now know how to date or even how to have that type of conversation that you're talking about?
Collectively, no.
That's
Collectively, they
subject.
don't.
No, JT, don't go for it.
It's
That's
easy.
subjective. JT,
What?
stop. JT, that's a subjective question because depending on what kind of woman you're talking about, are you talking about Lakeisha or are you
Doesn't
talking
matter the
about
woman.
Deborah?
All women.
No,
It
it
doesn't matter the
does
woman.
because the mentality and the patterns are different. So you can't
Carl, if
apply
you
one
are
size
asking
fit
her to date
all.
her,
So
Carl, bro, if you are the one courting her,
Wait,
you chose her.
wait.
So it
All
doesn't
right,
matter
yeah,
the
all
woman.
right, all right,
yeah.
It doesn't
all
matter
right.
the
Well,
woman.
Hold on.
well,
It don't
this is the
matter
thing. It wouldn't matter to me where she from. She can
Yeah,
be.
it don't matter if it's Lakeisha
I'm
or
from. I'm
Teresa.
from. If you see the D on my hat, I'm from Detroit, so it don't matter. It don't matter where she from. She can be from the suburbs. I've also lived overseas for 7 years, so it's kind of like it's not hard for me. But that's why when to go back to your question, I think collectively the young men they don't have that type of approach with women. It was hard for us. A cold approach was a skill.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very few dudes obtain that type of a skill. You know what I'm saying? So
damn right.
that's why you had most men that dated and married women that they actually were associated with work, school, somebody else referred. You know what I'm saying? It was somewhere and they were in the same neighborhood, things like that. That cold approach thing has always been a challenge.
Yeah.
Always been a challenge.
And JT, let me say this one time. I have to remind fellas sometimes, especially the younger generation, because they don't know this shit. The average black woman that looks average or good gets approached by at least 25 to 50 niggas every day. All
Okay.
saying, "What's up, ma?" or "Let me get your number," or whatever. Let me tell you how boring that becomes after a week.
Okay.
So it's a little
All right,
bit
hold on,
different
hold on.
now. It's
You still,
definitely a little bit different now, and I gotta give a little bit pushback
you're still thinking
because
2000.
now
Nah, bro.
the young brothers will tell you right now,
Yeah.
I ain't approaching nobody.
Yep.
Let me tell you one reason why they won't, because they're gonna be on somebody's TikTok.
Yep.
They're gonna be on somebody's IG getting embarrassed. So
Yep.
they're
Or their
not.
mom
They're
or their
not.
mama taught them, "Oh, the woman's supposed to approach you. You don't approach them."
No, it's not. It's not even that.
Oh, I said that out loud.
It's not that. It's just the fact that again there is a change in the diaspora of black women and black men. Let me just say this: men and women, period. Right. So most men, most young men, they're gonna tell you, I rather unless I know her from someone else. I'm not. I'm not about to go up there and do a cold approach. I'll be on somebody's TikTok.
Yep.
Cause look, I can speak for everybody, bro. And my friend group, that's me. I'm the hitter. You need a girl, I'm going to talk to her because I learned communication in business. The worst thing you could tell me is no. So I ain't worried about it. You feel me? I'm gonna rather take my shot. You feel me? I'm a shoot. So my friends, they all use me to go get women. Now here's the thing: these niggas got money, they got BMWs, they're in shape, they got it all. You feel me? But It's that fear of being embarrassed, that fear of looking bad. A lot of people have a fear. Like public speaking is the number one fear in America. So because everybody always got their phones out, there's so much more to consider when talking to a girl than whether or not you about to get her number. You feel me? Because
Facts.
Damn,
especially my homie,
I wouldn't
Facts.
expect that with all the Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. But go ahead, brother.
yeah, but that's just what it is. So especially me, like when I'm talking to a girl, I really only worry about one thing. Do you have a man? And is he here? You
There's
feel me?
always look, there's
Other
always
than
room
that,
for improvement, so I don't give a fuck.
bro, but I'm just saying, because you got to understand that the mindset of our younger men, they're very fragile. They don't know how to handle disrespect. See, I don't always handle disrespect with violence. Sometimes I'm just looking at you like, nigga, do you know that will kill you, bro? But I don't gotta say it. I'm just gonna look at you. You feel me? Sometimes I handle disrespect with a small confrontation. Like I had a dude pressing me in the gym talking about don't talk to his girl. The crazy part is I was hit the woman's sister. So I just asked her. All I said was, "Hey, yo, where your sister at? Tell her come to the gym." She laughed. She skipped today. Cool. I'm on the bench press. He come and he said something. I didn't hear what he said, but my boys is like, he talking to you. So I walked up to him face to face.
That 9 out of 10. That probably not even his girl. It was
No, it
only
was
his
his
girl in
girl.
his
Because
mind.
I know him. I've seen him before. But what I'm trying to tell you is, I walked up to him as a man. I said, "Hey, yo, my boy said you said something was good. They don't talk to my girl." I said, "What you mean?" I was just asking her where Nene was at. I understand. Don't talk to my girl. I said, "Bro, you good? You know me, nigga. I don't want your girl, nigga. Like, you know me, bro. You see me in the crib. What you on?" But see, me as a black man, I understand I'm not going to touch another black man's property. On top of that, I also know
What?
he's probably going through something with her that don't got shit to do with me, and it's just manifesting today. So I handled it by saying, "Hey, bro, look, it's all love. We good. I don't want your girl, but next time just come talk to me, bro. You don't gotta try to show out in front of my boys." We dapped up and we was good. I could have handled that a whole nother situation.
He
But
lucky he
other
ain't
niggas
get knocked the
got
fuck out.
switched
No, hold on.
immediately on my respect. I gotta
Hold
put
on,
you in a body bag.
Carl.
You see what I'm saying?
While he finished that thought, there's a reason why I can agree with him. So I live in the Sunshine State. Everybody know what that is. And one of my hobbies is I do cigars and jazz and shit like that. And I found a place that wealthy black people in our diaspora go to smoke their cigars. Real low key DJ
Mm-hmm.
comes in 80s music, right? And
The
so
live bands.
yeah, hold on. So the line dance and all that. So I typically go by myself, and I'll agree with Dapo with this because even my age group, I'm old, I'm probably 10 years older than Dapo. So I'm sitting there and I'm by myself, and there's a group of females sitting with me. So the place is getting packed, and true story. And I said, "Hey, I got to use the bathroom. If you ladies hold my seat down, I'll buy you guys a round of drinks." These are all young females. When I say young females, I'm guessing their age. They're younger than me. They're younger. They're about Dapa's age. One of the young ladies said, "Yes, that's fine." So what I'm saying to you is, I go to the bathroom and I come back and I buy a couple rounds of drinks. And by the end of the night, she's willing to talk to me. She's willing to say what she's willing to approach me and say, "What's your name? What's going on? How you're doing?" Because you know what I'm saying. So in
That's
that
because she
aspect, I
scanned the
kind of
whole room and
she's yeah,
said, "You know what? This is
no,
what's
but
left, so
no,
let me
listen,
pick."
listen. It's what I'm showing you is what he's saying. You got to realize that the dating scene is different. Where she didn't wait for me to say, "Hey, blah 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 blah." You know what I'm saying, JT? Like even if I found you attractive, for me to even come at you as a man, she didn't wait for me to do all that. She dove in herself because you know why? Because the ratio is now in women to men in our diaspora is higher for women. There's not
Maybe
enough
that was a girl's night out and she just
hold
wanted
on.
some dick.
No. There's not enough qualified black men out here in our diaspora based on their standards.
And in that setting, what you're talking about, women are more apt to approach men just as well as men are to approach women
Exactly.
because it's a social, you know what I'm saying? It's a laid back social type of thing. And you're right when it comes down to women will sit back and they will spark up a conversation with you. They ask you, you still have those type of women. Now, this is what I have to also say too. When it comes down to the whole thing of approaching women and things like that, that is definitely where men has to learn from their peers, not the guys that's older than them, their peers. So we learn certain things from different men, like what Dapper was just saying. He don't have a problem with it, right? So his homeboys will be looking at him and seeing how he approach, right?
Mm-hmm.
Guaranteed they would try that same type of approach, right? Because the thing is that he knows how to make a woman feel comfortable in conversation. He knows how to make the whole room feel comfortable in conversation. It's not that creepy type of thing, right? And most men, that's what brings us from not me, but I'm just saying the younger men, even the older ones, I put that on them too. That cold approach shit is not, we don't want that type of rejection, especially the type that you get now. Oh man, it's crazy. So what happens is that the peers are the ones that you learn that from. Just like everybody in your social group, this is why everybody they speak the same. They have the same lingo. They do these different things because they bounce off of one another. That's what they call a vibe. You know what I'm saying? So what we have to understand is that, because I want the next generation to win. We have to tell them where they go wrong at. But let me tell you, a lot of these young men, they have what they call riz. They do. A lot of them do.
Charisma.
And they can be broke to having money. It don't matter. They getting out, they ready. Hey, I'm outside. And when they outside, they're gonna do what they're gonna do as the Romans. What we want to do is what? Have a good time. That's basically what we want to do. And so that's where it comes down to. You definitely have to learn from your peers. I can't tell you, I can't tell a dude that, especially you say you 35, Dapper?
Yes, sir.
You big bro.
Yeah,
you big bro.
Yeah.
No.
You got 3 more years. You be in 3 more years.
Yeah.
But that's where it gets to a point where we gotta want each other to win. I love, and like I said, my daughter, I got daughters, right? And so they dating, they want to have families and things like that. I have to be more involved, right? I got to be more hands-on. I have to ask more questions than me giving more answers, right? The answers that I give them is way more deeper than how you approach somebody or what type. They already got certain things when it comes down to the type of man, because they see me. Like my daughters, they'll tell you in a minute, he old, but they know I'm still that dude, right? I like to dance. DJ, I've always been. I just got older, so I don't do all those things as much as I used to. But when I'm with them, I'm turning up with them. You know what I'm saying? And we have a great time. They get a chance to actually see me in a space where they like, I don't normally see him like that. And they get to a point where they be like, that's my father. We kicking it. Karaoke stuff that I don't really do, but if I'm with them and I'm with the young, even nephews and little cousins and stuff like that, man, you got to be involved to see what they're going. Then when you start talking to them, when you talk to these women and you talk to these young men, it'll blow your mind if you're not involved in what they got going on.
Now you're learning the translation. Your father didn't do that. Our fathers never took us nowhere and showed us nothing like that.
What?
Nothing. So we
now
had
I gotta say my old dude did, because my old dude rode motorcycles. Yeah, my old dude rode motorcycles. I rode motorcycles. You know what I'm saying?
My pops, if I walk in the club, my pops is there.
He turned. My father was turned. I learned how to DJ because my father was a DJ.
Let me tell you something. Let me tell you something. One thing about, I can remember my dad, that with my dad, it was like watching Sanford and Son. This man, anytime he was in a bar, he can't wait to say, "Hey, everybody, this is my big ass son." It was a proud moment for him. Yeah. You understand?
But you have a big ass head.
He took me everywhere. All his friends, the card games. Yo, I watch him interact with people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's right. That's so. Hey, fellas, listen,
Yeah.
man. Tonight was a good night, and I think we got a lot of things off our
Hey,
chest.
speak for yourself.
But listen, a lot of people got triggered. Hold on, Carl. A lot of people got triggered. And Evo, we here for a good time, not a long time, man. Let's do these closing thoughts, Evo. Come on,
Can I be here for
run that
both?
clip, fellas. Stay up here and get your closing thoughts time up, man. The mic is on you when we get back. Evo, we on you.
God help us.
That dude head big as hell.
Hey, man, Carl, I start off with you because your big ass head is in the camera.
I
Go
said,
ahead,
no,
Carl.
I ain't talking about the young and yo. I'm talking about homeboy on the
You know
Yeah.
what?
Final thoughts, Carl. Go ahead, brother.
Final thoughts.
I'm not going first. Why the fuck I gotta go
Because
first?
your head is in the camera already, taking up space, bro. Go ahead.
My head.
Carl, don't feed him, yo. Don't feed him.
Carl, come on, big
Don't feed
bro.
him. 'Cause you and
Give
Lee,
me
you
your
and Lee always
final
go
thoughts,
in
big
last
bro.
man,
Let's
nigga.
go.
Don't feed him tonight, yo.
Man, got to think.
I can't wait till we go live and we're all in the same room. Um, like I said, closing thoughts, y'all. This was a good topic. I know we went around the world, but we came back. And like I said, the purpose of the show is us guys in the barbershop. This is how we talk. We share ideas. Some of us ain't going to agree. We come from different backgrounds, but it doesn't matter. The purpose is for you to learn how men interact, how they speak, what's on their minds. And like we always tell you, please like and subscribe. We would like y'all to come follow us. Tell a friend. We're trying to get that 1K. We're trying to get more out there because I strongly believe that people do not know how men think. You want men money, you want men protection, but you don't understand men. You don't even know that there's different subdivisions of men separated by their mindset patterns and outcomes. Um, but like I said, this was a damn good topic, a good show, and I appreciate all the brothers and guests that came in. But I'm gonna say it one more damn time. This is not a unisex barbershop, so don't ever bring another female up here. All right, salute.
Big bro. Hey, man, listen, fellas. Good job. Hey, Dapper, come up, bro. And while you're at it, man, I need you to plug that yacht trip, man, that Miami yacht trip, bro. Dapper, come up TNN, man.
Anytime you're ready, man. We on the yacht, baby. And I'm gonna show you the woman I'm rocking with. You
All
feel me?
right, let's go, Dapper. It's
Hey,
on you.
listen, guys. Once again, Dapper Dangerous. You can follow me at Dapper Dangerous Discussion on YouTube or Dapper Dangerous on Instagram. Always down to have a good topic. So I'm gonna leave y'all with this, man. So if you are younger and you're listening to this, bro, honestly, you need to listen to your elders. They've been there before. They have more experience. Just be different doesn't mean wrong. You feel me? You gotta understand that different doesn't mean wrong. So I hope this is showing y'all that different generations can get along respectfully, have a good time. And here's my final thought: it is tricking, even if you got it. Ladies, stop being hoes, man. That's it.
Respect, Dapper. Respect. Hey, Tim. Hey, follow that
That's it,
man,
bro.
man. They got a trip
If
coming.
you
Hey,
got it, bro.
listen, plug
Simple
that
as
trip,
that.
man.
It's
All
still
right,
tricking,
listen.
even if you got it.
Hey, Just D, what you talking about?
I'll go next, man.
You going next? Just JT. He got like shiver in his
Let the
bones.
guests
You
in
got
the room
JT.
go first.
JT got that Barry White mic. We like that mic.
Hey man, this was a great conversation, man. I'm definitely coming back. That I just subscribed to you, brother. So most definitely, I love the conversation we had. Again, uh, man, it's a big piece of the cake that we need to chop off, man. But we can only do it at one piece at a time. I love the way that it ended. My man, where's my man with the shield on his shirt? That's my dude right there, Carl. Yeah, man, it's great talking to you. I love to have the old heads over here right along with me. You know what I'm saying? Standing on business, bro. Most definitely, man. But we had a great conversation, man. So I'm definitely going to be back over this way, man. You can also follow me at What We Know Podcast. It's not JT at What We Know Podcast. Now, JT at What We Know Podcast is on my IG. But if you go to my YouTube, it's What We Know Podcast. That's where you can find me at. I got great content that's on there, y'all. But I'm definitely coming back, dog. That's it. That's all I got.
Appreciate the love, Big G, because
Most
yeah, you
definitely.
dropped some gems, man. This is great convo, man. At the end of the day, hey, Just D, are you ready yet, man? Or are you still crying?
What? What you want me to do? You want me to say something? All right, I'm saying something.
Just D's on you. Go ahead, bro.
Y'all not gonna pick on
Nah,
my
that was
brother, all
good.
right? I'm telling y'all now.
Go ahead, big bro.
I'm saying, man, that was good. Good night tonight. Great content, great conversation. Um, my final thought, I have. I'm just saying, things are possible through the Lord, and that's it. Ain't nothing really big. I just have to, all everything. All y'all have a blessed coming up weekend and going forward. Hope to see y'all next Thursday again, and be blessed.
My man, keep it short and simple. Big ass forehead, but okay.
You
So
know, you
I
and
done
this
told
big ass
everybody.
I
forehead and
got
everything.
jokes,
I'm
Lee.
knocking
You know,
I
everybody.
got jokes,
you
We
know,
Lee.
closing it out like that.
I got jokes, bruh.
yo,
Now
you got the
listen,
biggest
man.
head up here. You know that,
Hey,
I
right?
hey,
got jokes, bruh.
Receding hairline. What the hell?
hey, I'm old. I'm
Like
old.
you got like your
Oh,
whole
that's an
you follow
excuse.
directions and
I'm
echo gets
old,
you.
and I used to salute like this
Echo.
back in the military. But hey, man, listen, my
Lord
closing
have
thoughts is
mercy.
different, man. Listen, hey, man, Elevated Cognition here. You can reach me at Elevated Cognition IG, Facebook. Author of Naked Verses. But listen, at the end of the day, we're men, and we're just talking, man. And if you listen, you take what's for you and leave it alone. But when it comes to closing thoughts, I'm very organized. I like to write mine down, so I got mine here. I'm gonna read it for y'all. Um, let's be clear. Real love between black men and black women is more than just romantic. It's sacred. It's strategic, and
Amen.
and it's necessary. We are not each other's enemies. We are reflections, each carrying both the weight and the wonder of our history. And the healing doesn't happen alone. It happens in community, like JT said. Black men, we have to start holding each other accountable, not just for how we show up in public, but how we show up in love. You just realize that accountability is an attack. It's alignment. It's calling each other higher. You're holding your brother to a higher standard. Because we can't keep saying protect black women if we don't also correct the silence, the cycles, and the harm. Black women, your strength is unmatched, but you shouldn't have to carry the burden of the relationship alone. The family and the healing is also our responsibility. You deserve softness, you deserve consistency, you deserve truth without trauma from the right man. Together, let's unlearn the noise and remember unity is our birthright, legacy is the goal, and love rooted in grown love is the revolution. At the end of the day, man, shout out to Evolution Media, man. Shout out to Evo. Let's keep this going. Make sure you like, subscribe, and as me say in a Jamaican currency, listen, me, if you don't like blood clot subscribe, it's gonna be a problem. We're not at this. Man, not respect. We're out. Evo, on you.
You gonna cut us off like that? I
Hey
got you, Lee. Watch. Guys, I got
man,
jokes, bruh.
listen, bro. Where we at, Evo? What we talking about? We out of here.
She'll cut us off.
Shout
It's
out to
good.
everybody in the comments, man.
And shout out to everybody in the comments. Subscribe, like, please. Thank you. Lee look like he followed directions with echolocation.
Don't worry. Don't
Some of
worry.
these comments was the comments was excellent tonight. I ain't gonna lie. The comments was
No,
excellent.
the comments were contaminating
Nah, the
and
Oh, come on,
distracting.
man. Here you go.
one of the
Carl,
comments
you want to
said
see if
that
I'm not getting
black
off
men
Carl?
don't know God because we ain't in church. It's because we're
Carl,
not getting the
Carl
peace
is
out of our
triggering me
race.
right
No.
now. I'm getting at it.
Fellas, we're still live. Fellas, you
Church is
already
not
seen
a
that
building, baby.
fellas, we're still
It's
live,
a group of
fellas.
people coming together. I wanted to comment on
Yeah,
that.
that's what I wanted to say. Why the hell are you bringing in church and a conversation in a
Evo,
barbershop with men? What's wrong with you?
Well, that's because we brought up, the whole structure of
balance out. Hey,
God
fellas,
having
Yeah,
we're
a
but
still
baby on the scene.
fellas,
You
we're
feel
still
me?
live here, fellas. Y'all guys are having these egos, this but we're still live here,
I
fellas.
don't give a damn.
Y'all be cracking me up, blood.
Evo, what we doing,
The
Evo?
hell?
Where Evo at? What
You
we
want
doing?
to be priority.
Shit,
Where
she
she
know
go?
how to edit and all, but what the hell? Why I gotta be politically correct?
Because you because your big ass bodyguard head is in the
And
video,
that means
yo.